And Keaton Daniels coming at you live this evening from Mesquite Memorial Stadium. We're not on the campus of anybody, but we are about to take on the West Mesquite Wranglers in the final regular season game of the 2023 football season. And for these two teams, there's nothing on the line. You are Longview. You've already locked up a first seed, a district championship. You're going into the playoffs in a week with a home game coming your way for West Mesquite. Your season ends after tonight. You start worrying about basketball because you're not getting into the postseason.
Yeah, if you're a Lobo, like always, it's always a great time to be a Lobo. You got one final tune-up before the real season starts. And a lot of fans, if you're walking around town or if you're around Longview, guess what they're still talking about? Still talking about that Alito loss from last year. So nothing matters to them, a lot of them, until we get to the playoffs. And until we get to the playoffs, that's when you see what we're made of. So and if you're a fan, you got to be happy for this time of the year. You want to see us play our style of football tonight. You want to see us clicking on all cylinders, going into the final game of the season, heading into the playoffs in the right way.
Well, the Lobos come in with an 8-1 record. They are an unbeaten 6-0 in district play for a second straight year. West Mesquite comes in 3-6 on the season. They are 1-5 in district play. A week ago, the Wranglers got smacked around by Lufkin. They lost 47-18, while the Lobos were taking care of longtime rival Tyler, beating the Lions 34-12 in the 100th meeting between the two schools. They had a great game from Taylor Tatum, who had 23 carries, 232 yards. They had a great receiving day from Kelvin Washington, 5 catches for 160 yards. But really the defense played very well across the board. 5 sacks, a large number of tackle for losses, and a defense that has throughout this year looked a little shaky at the beginning, but as the games go on, they give away less and less points each quarter. That's exactly what they've done again this year.
And you're right, Chuck, about that. It's kind of like a fill-out process. They take 1 or 2 drives to kind of fill out what you're doing. You know, the film is the film, but you really don't know what a team got, what a team have, until you actually see them in person. And so that's one thing Longview has struggled a little bit early. It's just to figure a team out, figure out what they do best, and then scheme that up, and then next thing you know, they're playing lights out for the rest of the way.
There are other games in district, though, today that do make a big deal of difference, and in fact, one of them could make a big deal of difference for the Lobos in the third round of the playoffs. So what we have tonight is Tyler and Forney are playing tonight. Tyler has got to get a win tonight to stay alive in the playoff look. They lose, their season's over no matter what anybody else does. Number one. Number 2, Lufkin's traveling to Lancaster. Now, this is pretty simple. Lancaster wins, they're the 4th seed. Doesn't matter what anybody else is doing tonight. The Tigers lose that game, and Lufkin wins. Lufkin's in the playoffs if Tyler loses. But if Lufkin wins and Tyler wins, then Tyler gets in the playoffs. So we've got 2 games with a lot of moving parts. That's going to decide really who's going to be the number 4 seed going into the postseason and who the Lobos potentially could see in the 3rd week of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a lot of action going on there. If you were to take a microscope and look into this point in time of the season, at the beginning of the season, you would have never thought Lancaster would be in this position. But they are. They're fighting for their lives. It's their senior night, and they're playing at home, playing against a formidable Lufkin team who has been tough all season long as well. So that should be a tough game tonight. But if Lancaster wins, like you said, we have a chance to potentially see them in the 3rd round.
Tigers have beaten the teams below them, have lost to the teams above them. They sit in with a 4-5 record, and they're 3-3 in district play, in a very strange place. If you'd asked me at the beginning of the year, because they were number 3 team in the state.
Yes.
They potentially, if they lose to Lufkin tonight, finish 4-6, and more importantly, 3-4 in district play, which nobody would have ever put money on.
Nobody would have ever thought that, especially the way that team played last year, the way that they was looking and going into this season. You got a lot of kids that are committed to go Division I. That team is arguably stacked across the board on paper. but they just haven't put it together this year. Granted, they did play one of the toughest non-district schedules before they got to us, so maybe that kind of hurt them. Maybe they could have had some injuries along the way. I do remember vividly that game that we played against them. Their running back, who was a Nebraska commit at the time, he was hurt limping into that game. He was not a factor the later that game got into it. So it's one of the things to look out for.
Yeah. The Lobos, we know this. We know they're going to finish as the district champions, whether it's co-champs if they lose this game tonight or the outright champions. We know they're going to be able to hang a banner anyway for district champions. We know next Friday night they're going to have a home playoff game. We're not 100% sure of the opponent just yet. We're going to know certainly by the end of the night tonight. But at the moment, it looks like New Caney Porter is going to potentially be the number 4 seed out of District 8 5A Division 1. So that's a next Friday problem and matchup, and we'll deal with that in a week. But we do know at least you get a home playoff game, and it's very nice to start the playoffs knowing round 1 is at your place.
Absolutely. When you haven't had many home games this year, to be able to win district and be able to guarantee yourself one more home game, especially in front of our fans. No other fans like Lobo Nation, so we look to definitely show up and show out next week in front of you guys. So if you're around, please come and show your love to the Lobos next week as we start our playoffs.
Speaking of showing up, before we go all in on football, we want you to show up tomorrow because there's big doings beyond football.
Yes. I want to say big congratulations to the Lady Lobos, the volleyball team. They have a big-time second-round playoff game tomorrow at 2 p.m. at Canton High School against Forney High School. If you guys don't have anything to do, we would not be streaming it, unfortunately. But please come out and show those girls some love. They need your love. They need your support. I think they have a big send-off tomorrow at 10 o'clock at the high school. So be there and cheer them on just as well as you do the football boys. They need your love, too.
That's right. They spend an awful lot of time doing what they do. Area rounds, no slouch, getting into much more difficult opponents as we go. And you get a full house. You get a little oomph going. That gets you, that momentum pushes you over with that crowd behind you.
And I tell you, man, those girls are exciting to watch. I loved every minute of their first round playoff game that they played. They dominated in 4 sets. But man, they are a good group, a young group that is playing good at the right time of the season as the Lobos is getting ready to run out right now.
There you go. Lobos coming out in those road white uniforms. They will be on the far side of the field. We got about 66 degrees as we get ready for kickoff. Little bit of a breeze. It's blowing out of the south at around 9 miles an hour consistently. If you've ever been to Mesquite Memorial, this is a windy venue an awful lot. They're predicting winds going to blow as high as between 17 and 20 miles an hour when we see some gusts. It looks like they're going to be blowing, and on your screen you're going to be looking at it from right to left, basically. So if you're kicking from the south end zone, you're going to have the wind behind you kicking toward the north end zone. We'll see if that has a factor. There is no weather in the forecast. We have a clear night. Should be down in the upper 50s maybe by the time we finish this game. A perfect November football Friday weather.
That's right. No other place to be at a football than at a football stadium watching a big-time Longview Lobo football team looking to cap off their season and head into the postseason.
They destroyed this team a year ago at Lobos 70-0. We had a game earlier in the year. We thought we were going to get to 70. We blew a point after. We got to 70 in the game against the Wranglers to close out the year. I don't know if John King's going to want to put up 70 tonight. Probably. I doubt the starters are going to be in long enough, though, to be the ones who are scoring in the second half of this game. Expectations on Taylor Tatum and on some of the other guys, probably a half worth of work, maybe a drive into the third quarter, depending on how things are going, but you don't expect to see him very much. Taylor today comes into this with a career 3,888 yards. Do the quick math. He's 112 yards away from the 4,000-yard mark for his career. He would join Fred Talley as the only two Lobos to ever get to that number. He owns all the touchdown records now for total and rushing touchdowns, so he would only be able to add to records he's already set. He's coming into this with more than 1,000 yards for a second consecutive year, and he's still a ways to go. He's 933 behind Fred Talley for the all-time yardage career record. Hopefully you get 6, maybe 7 more games to be able to play. I say 6 with this one, probably not very much, but hopefully the next 6 weeks, 7 potential games. 933 is certainly within reach. He's averaging about 150 yards a game.
And right on cue, he is as hungry as he has been in any part of the time of the season. He recognizes what time of the year it is. He knows that everything what everything goes.
John King wouldn't care, but if he gets a win tonight, win number 220.
220, big time, 200.
220.
220, sorry. He's definitely not going to care because he's only thinking about one game at a time. He's never going to let the moment get too big for him. He's not going to look at it, the overall statistics, until the end of the season.
All right, Lobos and Wranglers out at the 50-yard line. Doing for the last time in the regular season, a little coin toss. Willie Nelson, Taylor Tatum, Tavion Morgan, and Zarius Shepard are out there for the Lobos. Try to grab one more win in the coin toss. Guy to watch on the field, by the way, number 88 you see down there for the Wranglers. That's defensive end Chris Watson. He's kind of their Billy Smith, if you will. Got a lot of tackles for losses, got a lot of sacks, and he is he's a bit of a chaos maker down there on the field on defense.
Vince is going to be flipping the coin tonight.
All right, you actually get a chance to hear the referee tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a mic down there on the ref, something they provide here at Mesquite.
Tails, heads. It's all yours, sir.
So we're showing it off to everybody, and here we go. I didn't hear anybody call it.
And we did mess that up. What is your call? He wants tails. Let's try that one.
Wow. All right.
Right on cue there. You're right.
There's a problem.
There we go. It is heads. West Mesquite, you've won the toss. What'd Coach tell you to do? You want the ball? Okay.
He sounded unsure about it himself.
Turn your backs to the scoreboard. Lobos right
Maybe
here.
we don't want to mic the refs anymore. He asked the young man, what'd your coach tell you wanted to do? And I think he hesitated. I don't know that he told me what to do. I think I'm going to say we want the ball.
And he said,
you would think the defensive guy would say we want to go on defense first.
Right.
But
And he said, you sure you want the ball?
the coach, by the way, is Frank Sandoval. He is in his, third year. This is 4th year at West Mesquite. He's a 9-30 record. Won 1 game his first year, 2 games his second year, 3 games his third year. He's got a 3-6 record this his 4th year. He came here after spending a few years at Mejia High School from 2017 to 2019, where he got them in the playoffs. So he also has pretty good history at Cedar Hill, where he was defensive line coach, helped them win a 6A Division II state championship.
He comes from 2 good winning programs there. So he definitely knows a little bit about winning. He just kind of been on the wrong side of things with this West Mesquite team here.
All right, we're going to get ready for the national anthem. So we will be quiet while they do that. We'll get you ready for the opening kick when we come back.
Plays our national anthem.
right, and away we go. Chuck, Zach, and Keaton Daniels live with you here this evening from Mesquite Memorial High School. We want to remind you before we get going tonight, all the early stuff is done. Don't forget, next Tuesday is Super Tuesday for voting. We remind you there is a bond issue that's going to be on the ballot for folks living in Longview. Get yourself informed. Go to the polls. Vote how you think you want to approach the bond issue that the school district's putting up there. And do your civic duty. That's all we ask. Just vote.
Please go out and let your voice be heard. Longview, let our strength be in our numbers. Whether you're voting yes or no, go out and vote. And tell a friend to tell a friend. Get everybody out and active and do the right thing.
There you go. All right. Let's do a little kickoff action. Lobos will have the wind to their back to begin things. Anthony Monsaveas will kick off. We're about ready to roll. Appreciate you joining us. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, share, let somebody know the game's on. See if we can't get some folks with eyeballs on the Lobos tonight as we are underway. Opening kick with the wind is going to sail into the end zone, and the Wranglers will come out to the 25-yard line. They're going to be led by quarterback Demetrius Ballard. He's number 3. He's completed about 47% of his passes, just over 1,000 yards passing. He's got 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's a 6'1", 190-pound junior. His offensive line, left to right, Samuel Aguilar, Randy Rodriguez, Eric Berry, Alberto Gonzalez, and Rodolfo Escobar. His tight end is number 7, Abdi Hernandez. He's a senior. But there's a freshman, number 16, Jalen Hicks, who will get in a lot. He's the guy that'll catch passes. Number 11's Jeremiah Bayo. Number 8, Richard Clark, and number 1, Sean Hunter. The receivers in the backfield, number 9, Jaden McKinney, a 5'6", 172-pound sophomore. And on first down, the Lobos sniff that out. McKinney is going to go backward for 2 yards, and we're underway.
Yeah, Kason Brooks, he read run all the way. Excellent read from his linebacker position. He read and reacted real fast, and then was able to come up with a tackle for loss there for the Lobos to start the game off.
We'll set up the Lobo defense after the 2nd down and 12 that's coming up. We'll do this much anyway. Zarius Shepard, Arion Harper, and Billy Smith, the defensive end and nose tackle. 2nd down, another handoff up the middle, nothing doing. As another play blown up, Chase Smith, number 3, in there early to blow that one up, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 12. No gain on the play. Chase and Jamerson Derensburg, the outside linebackers. Brendan Reese, Kason Brooks are the inside backers. Corners are Jaden Simmons and Javion Robertson. Tackles Willie Nelson and Buda Garrett. Defense only allowing 11.5 points a game against a team in West Mesquite that's only scoring about 16.5 points a game.
Defense is exactly where they want to be. 3rd and long, 3rd and more than 10. You want to try to see if this team can be able to throw and complete a deep pass on you.
Comes the pass rush. They've got quarterback Ballard is going to have to run. He'll pick up a 1st down and slide down untouched at the 38-yard line. As breathing down on him fast was Kason Brooks, but he scrambles for 15 and picks up a 1st down. However, looks like maybe some laundry, and they're walking the wrong direction. Well, offside on the Lobos. They're going to decline that, and they'll take the run.
Yeah, no eyes on the quarterback there. Once he was able to escape the pass rush, he found him a lane, and there was no linebacker or safety in sight, and he was able to run his way for a 1st down to give them the fresh start.
You saw how that play ended with Ballard going down quickly. He's only got 47 carries for 146 yards this season. He does not like to run. He will if he has to, like that, but they don't design him to run often. Back to the ground on 1st down, and that's going to be a gain of about 6, almost 7, to the 45-yard line. And that is the 2nd running back. That's freshman Demarion Robinson, and he is a load. He's had a really nice year. They brought up 4 freshmen to play on the varsity this year. They all get significant time, and he may be the best of the bunch.
Yeah, those kids, the lights are not as bright for them anymore. They probably feel like sophomores now. The game is starting to slow down a little bit for them. And as you can see on that carry, man, he doesn't look like a freshman at all.
And they'll go back to him again right up the middle, and runs with a different kind of intensity than McKinney, the sophomore. He's going to pick up a 1st down on 2 impressive carries.
again here, as we talked about earlier. Just the defense kind of starting out slow here, giving up 2 first downs this drive. They do bend, but they don't break. So look for them once they look for them on this opportunity here to kind of slow things down. It's not like West Mesquite is doing anything to stop us. We're just kind of feeling ourselves out, kind of seeing what's going on.
Lobos give up 52 yards on the ground a game, first in district. 106 yards through the air a game, first in district. A combined 158, well, that's first in district. Man in motion, they didn't pick him up, and they're going to have a timeout. It looks like the Lobos actually were a little bit out of the spot there, but West Mesquite bailed them out by taking the timeout instead. So we've got our first timeout on the field. That's going to happen with 8:45 left to play in the first quarter. We're scoreless here on game day.
And now at Orr, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at Orr Cadillac GMC in Longview.
All righty, we welcome you back. What will be a first down at the 48-yard line for the Wranglers of West Mesquite. They've picked up a couple of first downs. Both on the ground, have yet to actually attempt a pass. They dropped back on the third down scramble. That was supposed to be a pass. Lobos a little bit better ready for the man in motion. That was Sean Hunt, and this time they'll roll out, toss quickly, and a gain of about 4 is going out of bounds is that freshman tight end we had talked about, Jalen Hicks. He gets the first catch of the game.
That was an excellent read there by 10, Buddha Garrett. He was down in the slot to begin to play with number 1. And once number 1 went in, he went back. And he was playing about 10, 12 yards deep. And, man, once he saw that it was a play action, he saw that tight end flankering out from the opposite end. He just did a beeline straight down to him. He was able to catch, as soon as he catch the ball, was able to make an excellent open field tackle there.
Second down and 6 coming now. Lobos side of the field. They've been running the same formation from the get-go. Basically 3 receivers and 1 back in this gun. We'll hand off again to the freshman. Boy, he is rugged running as he crosses the 45 and sets up a third down and 2.
Boy, he is letting the tone be felt out there. He is running with some angry aggression right now as he was letting the defender feel him. He was taking it to them instead of letting them bring it to him.
Coach is going to call over his quarterback for just a second. They've got plenty of time on the play clock. Demetrius Ballard, we said, not a great thrower, just a 47% of his passes completed. He's thrown 4 interceptions this season, so he is not necessarily prone to throw an interception, but he is a guy who puts it up where it can be taken away. The Lobos blitzed that time, and while the first guy didn't get there, Chase Smith did not get there for the tackle, they got there anyway and stopped that from being a gain. In fact, that's a loss of all the way back to the 47, loss of 3. It's going to bring up 4th down and a solid 5. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, with a team that don't have anything to lose, be careful here. They definitely going to play all 4 plays. Oh,
and nothing doing on the 4th down play. The Lobos are going to get the ball back as they stiffen up and stop at the 47-yard line. Longview's going to get it on offense.
That was an excellent read there by Chase Smith. He saw that it was a play action. He got right in the passing lane, and he jumped up and batted the ball down and caused the ball to be turned over on down.
All right, so on the other side we go now. Lobos, we'll get to you're pointing at me. What do we got going on?
We got Maverick Rose starting tonight.
New quarterback to begin things today. We talked a little bit pregame about what do we see of Andrew Tutt. Well, the answer is not very much, it looks like. As Rose going to start at quarterback, and with him in the backfield, Mason Washington, and there's going to be nothing doing there. Gain of maybe a yard to the 48-yard line. They'll mark him up to the 49 for a gain of 2.
It made me raise my eyebrows up a little bit. This West Mesquite team is coming to they're coming to play a little bit. They're at least starting this game out hot.
Offensive line for the Lobos: Fernando Longoria, Jacoby Watts, Tavion Morgan, Jamorian George, and Cameron Murray from left to right. At tight end, the man in motion, Cedric Mitchell. DK Reese, and they're going to have play action and a throw on the first or second down. That's in the vicinity of DK where he got the hands on it but didn't secure it. He had a drop in warm-up that was really similar to that. Low balls he's having a little bit of trouble with.
Yeah, and Maverick, he couldn't settle his feet and step into that throw because it was a quick play action pass, so he had the defensive end screaming down on him. So he had to get rid of the ball and did a great job of getting rid of it. DK just couldn't turn around fast enough to get his head around and get his hands to be able to catch that ball.
On 3rd down and 8, Taylor Tatum checks in. You'll know him by the yellow high socks. Guy in motion now. Maverick going to hand off up the middle. That's Mason Washington. He's got a 1st down, makes a cut, and off to the races he goes. No flags behind him. And the Lobos on their 3rd offensive play of the game take a 6-0 lead on a 51-yard run by Mason Washington.
How about that run on a 3rd and long by your sophomore running back, fullback? Mason, as soon as he got the ball, he saw daylight, made a couple of players miss. And once he did that, once he got to the 3rd level, he wasn't going to be stopped as he was able to score on the 3rd play of the game for the Longview Lobos.
Mason Washington with his 2nd touchdown rushing of the season, and the Lobos with 6:10 to play in the 1st quarter go up 6-0. Anthony Monteveas on for the point after try. He's missed just one this year. That was blocked last week. That one he hits good. And it's a 7-0 lead. We'll take a timeout. Back here in just a bit on Longview Game Day.
When I was a child, one of my favorite Bible stories was David and Goliath. Sadly, if you or your loved ones are involved in an accident, the insurance company and the lawyers who represent them are Goliath. For over 25 years, myself and my partner Marty Young have stood between you and Goliath. The insurance companies know the difference between Godarzi and Young and all others. We hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
In Longview, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Charlene Ingram for your insurance and financial needs.
Alrighty, well that drive did not take long at all. Lobos go 3 plays, 53 yards, a 51-yard touchdown run for Mason Washington, and off we roll. Monteveas on for the 2nd kick of this game. This may be one of those days we've talked about before where Anthony may be the most tired guy at the end of the day.
Hope he stretched his leg out pretty good and get himself warmed up here because he may be having to use it early and often.
Another kick into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25-yard line where we will have another chance for the defense. We're seeing some folks already signing in on Facebook watching us. How about let's see who's out there today. We'll do a little roll call, see who's with us and where are you watching us from.
Hey, I know we got a big-time fan, a former Lobo. My cousin Malik, he's watching all the way from Fairfax, Virginia. He's tuned in every week, so if you're watching this, what's up, cousin?
There you go. 1st down and 10 as we roll on. 25-yard line to the ground will go the Wranglers, and they're going nowhere on the 1st down carry. That is going to be a loss maybe of a yard. The freshman on the carry to Marion Robinson, and it brings up 2nd down and a long 11.
Good stop there to start this drive for the Lobos. If they're going to run that draw or that option play there, Longview is going to capitalize on that all night. We've been seeing that all year long, so there's nothing new.
2nd down 11. This is similar to how they started the last offensive series, backward, and then ran for a 1st down before finally giving the ball away on downs.
Got a lot of space here at the top of the screen. That's Willie Nelson at the top, playing corner against one of their better receivers.
Ballard back to pass. He throws it sideline. That one's caught at the 27-yard line. Not much doing after the reception. On the catch, Jeremiah Bayo, the sophomore. He's got 21 catches. He's 3rd on the team as he picks up about 4. And well, they're going to come back and maybe say what? They're acting like, they had a substitution. That's what it was. So they'll give him actually just 2 yards on the catch. And it brings up 3rd down and 9. Long time between plays. They still got 12 on the play clock as Ballard looks to the sideline.
It looks like they're finally getting the play in.
Lobos shifting all over the place on defense, and now before they get going, we're going to have a whistle and a false start on the Wranglers, which they have a very small margin of error to play with to begin with. You start doing that, and you really put yourself in a bad place. 3rd and 9 becomes 3rd and 14, and Lobo pass rushers just know even that much more. You got to throw.
Oh yeah, these guys, they've been playing lights out all year, especially on this money down here. So definitely, if you have to watch them, watch the front foot this play, and just watch them just try to tee off and get to the quarterback. Look for him to hopefully get the ball out quickly.
See if the Lobos send blitzers. On 3rd down and 14, Darrensburg coming. He's coming fast. He pushes Ballard. He'll have to throw sideline. Oh my goodness, what a huge hit. Dumped on the receiver by Jaden Simmons as he threw down to the ground with impunity Sean Hunt. It will be a gain up to about the 29-yard line, but it's about 6 yards shy of the first down.
Yep, we were in zone that play. Jaden came out. He saw the man. He saw the man running in his area. He was able to read and react real fast. So once he caught the ball, he made sure he did not get any more yards to bring it up to 4th down as we're now getting ready to receive the punt.
Back deep for the Lobos. Willie Nelson back at his 40. Punter Nestor Leon. Here's the punt on the way. Boy, you hold on to that for a long time. Punt short. Willie comes running up and gets it. And what? Did Willie make a fair catch?
A fair catch. I believe that's probably his first that he's made. And I'm saying that jokingly. But he definitely fair catched it there. That ball was kicked up high. He wasn't going to be able to catch it and do anything with it, but he did the right thing that time.
I'm just dumbfounded. In the years we've watched Willie Nelson, I think you're right. That may be the first, if not only, time we've seen him call for a fair catch. He was in traffic. It was the right play.
Yeah, that ball just wasn't kicked too far enough for him to do anything with.
All right, Lobos go back on offense, and how about we've got whistles blowing. It looks like a flag down, and this has been the problem for the Lobos this entire season. It's penalties. That is their 64th penalty of the year, which if we're doing the quick math here, 63 through 9 games, they're averaging about 7 penalties a game. They, in playoff games against tough opponents, are just drive killers, and here we go with another false start.
Yeah, you hate to be this far into the season and you're still getting penalized. Pre-snap penalties, especially on the offensive side of the ball here. Definitely want to get that side cleaned up.
They'll go to the air here on the 1st and 15, and that's going to be a gain all the way down to the 47-yard line as the Lobos Mason Washington with the hands out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's showing a little bit of his versatility. He got the touchdown run in the first drive. This time he's showing a little bit of his hands as he's able to get this to a 2nd and short.
So ball gets to the 47 on the West Mesquite side of the field. It sets up 2nd down and about 3. They'll flip the tight end from right to left to the ground. They'll go first carry for Taylor Tatum. Decides, I don't like that direction. Oh, what a nice move as he gets the 1st down. It looks like right around the 43-yard line. He probably ran 15 yards to get that 3.
Oh yeah, but nonetheless, he got a 1st down. He keeps the chains moving, and he didn't see what he wanted going down the left side, so he bounced it to the right, bounced it one more time once he saw the defender was able to cut off where he was going, but he got the 1st down, and here it is.
1st and 10 at the 44. Taylor's going to go into the slot left. Ethan Harrison's got the pink gloves on. You can identify him near side of the field. Maverick Rowe rolling, throws. He's got Taylor Tatum, catches it at the 36-yard line, where he's about 2 yards shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, for about the first 10 minutes of the game, and we have a flag here. About the first 10 minutes of the game, you see Taylor Tatum. He comes up with his 2nd touch.
5-yard penalty.
Let's take off the 8-yard gain, and instead we're going to have 1st and 15 again, as we had an illegal formation.
So take that back. Only one touch so far in this first quarter for Taylor Tatum, even though we've only had the ball for a handful of plays.
Clock down to 2:20 and running here in the first quarter. 7-0 Lobos with the lead. They'll face a first down and 15 after the penalty. They overcame one of those just a second ago, and they'll start again. Back at the 49-yard line. Harrison splitting out left. Taylor in the backfield, handed off to him up the middle, sheds one tackler, bounces that outside, and then gets spun down after a gain of about 6 to the 43-yard line.
Hey, that was done. That effort was set up by the offensive line. Taylor was able to make him defender miss. I almost looked like he was about to break it. Got a little bit more back than we were penalized, so it looks like 2nd and 9 now.
Is it wrong to just say the word smooth?
Definitely.
He's just
definitely
smooth. All right, Lobos face a 2nd down and 9 at the 43. Harrison in motion. Rowe back to pass, throws it to Harrison. And tell you what, DK Reese was asked to put a block on that time on Jadon Redmond and just couldn't get there. Redmond read it before it ever got going, and he ran through the block before DK could get him. It'll be a loss back to the 44-yard line where it's 3rd down and 10.
I'll tell you what, be careful on that because that defender was playing a good 6-7 yards off of DK. He ran and reacted so fast to that I can definitely see Coach King calling that play up a little bit later and just sending DK on the stock block and just sending him on a rail route and just throwing the deep.
Yeah, pull that guy over to think he's going to get another shot at him and watch DK run by him.
Coach King is yelling right now. He's calling the timeout. They couldn't get what they wanted set up right now. So
yeah, play clock was down to 2 seconds, so he saved himself another 5-yard penalty. They'll burn the timeout. That will be the first of the half for the Lobos. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back as they get ready for 3rd and 10 here on Game Day.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
All right, we welcome you back. 43 seconds to play in the first quarter. Lobos with a 7-0 lead. They face a 3rd down and 10 now at the 44-yard line on the West Mesquite side of the field.
got a two tight ends, 2 receivers look here.
Rowe rolling again. Got a man, Harrison. Instead, he goes shorter. That's Reese who will make the catch at about the 29-yard line, and that's a first down. They needed the 34. They picked up 16 yards instead and got the first down.
I believe instead of Reese, it looks like Jaden Taylor there. He comes up with the catch. Yeah. So that's a good catch for him on the third down play for the Lobos to keep the chains moving.
Haven't seen a lot of him this year. Number 16 in there instead of number 11.
Yeah, he came up with a very pivotal catch on 3rd down.
Like those young eyes of yours, by the way. All right, so the Lobos move the chains. They go back to the ground. Up the middle goes Taylor Tatum to the 19-yard line. That's good for another first down, gain of 11.
And just like that, 2 first downs in a row. Definitely has us in the red zone and has his offense moving the ball methodically up the field.
All right, first down at the 19. How about let's hand it off again, this time sweeping to the left. That's our first look at Boozy, who's down to the 2-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal.
Hey, that's a guy that every time he gets the ball, he's thinking about touchdown as he almost scores, as it looks like we're going to end the quarter out on that play with the ball on 1st and goal on the 2-yard line.
Well, you want a little bit of Taylor Tatum. You want a little bit of Mason Washington. How about a little Kelvin Washington? Lobos bringing out the big guns. They'll flip the field. We'll go to the other side for 1st and goal when we come back. As quarter number 1's in the books here on Longview Game Day.
Let's get it.
All right, we are back to start quarter number 2. 7-0 Lobo lead as we're coming at you from Mesquite Memorial Stadium. It's kind of been a home away from home here, and I think McKinney ISD Stadium, those tend to be the places, maybe with the exception of Rose Stadium in Tyler, the Lobos just hang out a lot.
Absolutely. When we get to the playoffs, it seems like either Mesquite or I'm drawing a blank on the other stadium that's down a little bit further to us off of 20. It seems like those are home for us.
Well, that's easy as you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 yards away, Taylor Tatum bangs it in. That is going to make this a 13-0 ball game. And for Taylor Tatum, how about another trip to the end zone as he continues to push forward those records? His 66th total touchdown, his 59th rushing touchdown of his career.
Excellent job there by the offensive line and making easy work of it. Making easy work of their drive. Had a couple of miscues, but they was able to get it back to be able to score for the Lobos as we're trying to go for the extra point here.
Monsevias on for the point after. That's up and good. Maverick Rowe holding for him tonight, and that makes it a 14-0 lead. We'll take a timeout. Frank's ready. We're going to take a break here on Longview Game Day.
Welcome to Longview's Best Kept Secret, the Southerly at Longview. Tucked away in the center of everything is Longview's premier luxury apartment community. Enjoy our resort-style pool and take advantage of our 24-hour access to our state-of-the-art fitness facility. Inside our gated community, you will find washer and dryers in every apartment home, a user-friendly dog park with a dog spa. Be the next to join our growing family of residents and be the envy of all your friends. Call 430-267-7550 today to schedule your tour.
Well, that drive didn't take a whole heck of a lot. 8 plays, 59 yards. The result, the first play of the second quarter, a 2-yard Taylor Tatum touchdown run. 14-0 Lobos, and they feel like they're on their way.
Oh yeah, they definitely scored on the first 2 drives, making it look easy. The defense is starting to figure it out as well as we just made them go 3 and out their last drive. So look for a lot of the same. Longview's playing their style of ball. You definitely want to see that with this type of game tonight.
All right, with the wind in their face, Monsevias kicking that one short. Gathered up by the Wranglers and stopped at about the 15-yard line. Willie Nelson throwing the return man, Marvin McGee, out of bounds. But they'll start at the 40 this time.
Yeah, you had a couple of missed tackles on that and gave him the ball right there at the 40-yard line. So definitely don't like that from the kickoff coverage team. You want to make them start as far back as possible. But they did a shorter kick there because they were kicking it into the wind, but it doesn't look like it's real windy down there just from looking at the flagpoles.
All right, so we'll have first down now for the Wranglers as they get their first possession of the second quarter. Offensively, they have struggled. They've got 2 first downs and 37 total yards from the first quarter. Now on first down handoff, there's that freshman, and Robinson rumbles for about 16 yards into Lobo territory to the 44-yard line.
That was good vision by him. He made a defender miss on him, and he was able to. He didn't get the first person to tackle him until they had already got the first down.
You know, you ask offensive linemen when certain guys are behind them, they block a little differently.
Absolutely.
And I think Robinson may be one of those guys for West Mesquite that even though he's a 9th grader, they're starting to get the feel like that guy can break it at any time.
Oh yeah, man. He's a good-looking kid. He passes the eyeball test. He's built tough.
They're going to pass this time, trying to go long and just out of the range for the Wranglers wide receiver as they're running side by side. Willie Nelson running down here with 8 is, hang on a second, that's, I think that's Gaines if I remember, or Clark. Richard Clark is who that is. Richard Clark is their outside receiver. First time he's been thrown to today. Willie on him, and that's going to be a great matchup. Clark being the leading receiver for the Wranglers, 26 catches, 400 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, it's surprising to see their best player, their best deep threat to finally get his first target in the second quarter.
Back to the ground to Robinson, nothing doing there. Inside on the tackle, Chris Wilder, number 5 down there, and a little push between Derensburg and Robinson, and we got a man down. That's one of the Lobos that's down on the 45-yard line. You hate to see that. It looks like maybe Chase Smith.
Yeah, don't like to see that there. He's not getting up. He's a tough kid. He's a 3-year starter, so to see him not getting up right now, you definitely know he has to be hurt.
So the clock will stop with 10:49 left in this first half. Chase Smith's getting looked at about the 45-yard line. Lobos deep in linebackers this season. Not only Smith, Brooks, Reese, and Derensburg, but they've been getting lots of mileage out of Isaiah Horton and Jemias Morrow and Chris Wilder as well. Those three guys have also gotten in on a lot of plays all season long. In fact, Morrow's got 25 tackles coming into today, which as the number 5 linebacker, that's a pretty good tackle number.
Oh, yeah, big time. You get to this part of the year, and if you have to have your name called, a lot of these players, they definitely should be used to it. They shouldn't come in the game with the big guys. They're used to playing meaningful ball game, and they should come in and just pick up where the person that they're taking out has left off.
Chase walks off under his own, so that's a good sign. 3rd down and 8 now in what's probably going to be 4-down territory for the Wranglers. Back to the ground, and boy, there again is Robinson. They're not going to need 4th down. He rumbled for another 1st down. They had 3rd and 8. He went for 9.
Yeah, he took a couple of defenders with him to make sure he get that 1st down. It took 3 Lobos to get to the tackle. And again, man, if he's running and he's getting to the 2nd and 3rd level all night long, look for him to get fed a whole lot tonight. He's only a freshman, so he's kind of young in the tooth. He can run a lot.
So 1st down at the 33-yard line. Robinson, 8 carries, 37 yards in a little more than a quarter of action. Ballard is quarterback. Freshman tight end moved a little bit, but he reset. Now high snap, give it back to Robinson, and Robinson's not going anywhere as he got grabbed by Wilder at the 32-yard line, gain of maybe a yard. It's 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, excellent stop there from the senior edge rusher or slash outside linebacker and Wilder being able to make a stop there to keep him at a short gain.
Guy that we thought maybe early in the year, maybe a down lineman on the defensive side. They moved him to more of that pass rushing end spot instead, and Chris has actually played really well.
Oh yeah, he's an athletic kid. Back playing football this year, he's an excellent player on the basketball court. He's going into his third year letterman on the basketball court. So seeing him playing football right now is a good sign too as well.
Play clock down to 2-1. They just get the snap. Oh, they're going to say no, they didn't get it off. Nope, they took a timeout right beforehand. They snapped the ball right as it was going to 0, but Coach Sandoval was afraid he was going to end up getting a penalty out of it, and so he burns his 2nd timeout of the half, and it comes with 9:18 left to play in the first half. We'll take a timeout. We're going to come right back after their timeout here on Game Day. Welcome back. 2 timeouts gone now for the Wranglers as they tried to save a 5-yard penalty and really didn't need to. They got the snap off, it looked like right before the clock hit 0 on the play clock, but they're down to 1 timeout left in the half now, trailing 14-0. And, you start looking at that thinking it's a little bit usually on the coaches that they're slow to get plays in. That's what usually gets your play clock down. On 2nd down, handoff and nothing doing. Boy, the Lobo defense, that's Billy Smith who got there first, teamed up with Brendan Reese, and nothing doing on the carry. And now it brings up 3rd down and about 8.
Billy Smith, he's been showing up for you all season long. Big time defensive tackle there, just showing up and be able to get a tackle for loss or minimum gain here to bring up 3rd and long.
Boy, Lobos linebacker showed blitz. I don't know if they're faking it or not, but Brooks and Reese both took hard steps like they were coming at the line as the ball got snapped. Kason Brooks already has 3 sacks on the season. Play clock again down to 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and they're going to have to hurry to get everybody set where they want them. They'll snap it with one. Ballard back to pass. He's got a little time, and he way overshoots his man, and that's intercepted, and that's Thomas Roel going to pull it in at the 6-yard line, and the Lobos take the ball away with 8:26 to play in the half.
Thomas Roel, he's been stepping up. He's been starting a handful of games, and he's been making play after play after play after play. Ever since we have converted Willie back to corner, Thomas has came in and played that safety spot about as excellent as can be. Quarterback overthrew it, and you got to make him make a mistake. I mean, you got to make that mistake count, and that's what Thomas Roel did, and coming up with another interception for the Lobos to get us the ball back on our first turnover of the game.
150-pound senior with the pick. I think that's his second of the season, if I remember.
Yep.
So now we're all the way back to the 6-yard line. Taylor Tatum in the end zone will play action pass. Looking to go deep. Got a man. That's Reese. He'll bring it in at the 45-yard line and get tackled forward to about the 48. And we're out of the hole on a 42-yard gain.
What a throw there by Maverick Rowe. Play action pass. He had all kinds of time to make that throw. He stepped into it and made a big 50, 40-yard bomb. Excellent throw there to DK Reese to come up with the first down. Get us right there in field position. Right there in midfield in one play.
Reese with his 15th catch of the year. That one good for 42 to the 48-yard line. Empty the backfield, and we've got, I thought I heard a whistle. Instead, we got a pass completed and down to about the 45-yard line. Sure enough, there's a flag on the far side of the field. Yeah. I thought I heard that as the ball was getting snapped. And, we're going to have a penalty on the Lobos. It may not have been what I heard. I might have heard a just whistle because we got a block in the back.
10-yard penalty for the previous spot.
Longoria called with the penalty. It'll move it back to the 38-yard line.
Those 10-yard penalties, those hurt you. But with Longview, you can just play your ball game. You can just play your game. We can overcome our own penalties, our own mistakes.
You know, if I'm Coach King, if I'm Chris Valerie, that's a penalty I can live with. Mm-hmm. I live with a guy getting out and trying to make a block, whether a guy turned or he took a back. I can't live with the pre-snap motion penalties. Hand off to Taylor. Tatum spins and goes down to about the 43-yard line as he gets back 5 of the 10 from the penalty. So 2nd and 15 coming up.
Yeah, that stretch play, he wasn't able to get outside there as the Wranglers defender. He kept his outside leverage, ran inside the block there, and only able to get whatever he could get there.
Taylor Tatum, 5 carries, 26 yards, and a touchdown. On 2nd and 15, a little time, going long again. Got a man at the 30. And I tell you what, the defender did a nice job. He didn't get his head turned around to be able to make a pick on that play. But number 5 is the corner, Aiden Ruska Jr. He kind of read the receiver and got his hand in there or his head in there just as the ball got into the breadbasket of the intended target, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with the throw or the attempt from DK to go up and get that ball. The defender just made an even better play, but just getting in between them and face guarding him, and just got his head or hand right there as he was trying to go up and catch that ball to make it come up incomplete and break up a 3rd and long.
Empty backfield. Mason Washington gets emptied out. Pass as he's hit. Rowe's got a man again. He's got Reese, who this time can't bring it in again. Down low, the place he has struggled. And that's actually Taylor again. Excuse me, that was Jalen Taylor.
And that was Taylor there. He thought he had it. The defender just came up and hit him. Maverick took a big shot there as he was stepping in to make that throw. So kudos to him to be able to get that ball out there. Taylor just missed coming up with it as the ball got deflected to bring up for 4th down.
I don't know if Rowe doesn't step into that. That's not a 7-point exchange right there. But instead, he took that hit. The ball came in just a little bit short, and Taylor unable to secure it. Monteveas on to punt. Short punt. It'll hit at the 30, take a Lobo bounce for 1 bounce, and then backward the other way, where it'll be down at the 28-yard line.
Wrangler ball, 1st and 10.
All right. Looking at a few of the scores around East Texas right now, where especially in our district in particular. One score that I want to point out right now, it is early second quarter. You got Forney and Tyler High playing against each other. They're playing in Tyler, but Forney is up right now 13-6. Earlier we was talking about Tyler needing to win that game and a little bit of help from Lufkin as well to get themselves in the playoffs. Forney has already locked up the second seed in the district, so they're on top right now. The Lufkin and Lancaster game has not updated yet for me to be able to give you a score.
All right, appreciate it. New back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. That's number 18, Darion Parker, a junior, who gets out to about the 31 for a gain of 3. Second down and 7 coming up now for the Wranglers.
I sure hate to jinx us, but Frank, I'm looking at Frank as I say this. Whenever we talk about how fast something is moving, that's typically the ultimate jinx, but I'm going to say it anyway. This game is moving fast as we're halfway done through the first half.
Even with 3 timeouts having been called, still moving along pretty well. Ballard, again, looking over to the sideline. He's got about 10 on the play clock. So what they're doing is they're getting everybody in place. They look at the Lobo defense, then they look over, and the coach really calls where he wants to go from there. They'll get a pass out, caught near the first down marker at about the 37, nearly the 38-yard line. On the catch is Richard Clark.
And right on cue there, what the coaches told me yesterday when I was at practice, a lot of hitches. So that's what they just completed a pass to. Completed a pass to number 8, which is their best player. He finally come up with the catch for them. He's a speedster. You want to look wherever he's at all times. As they're coming in with a bunch situation here with the freshman behind them, so look for him to. That's a fake play action pass.
And they go back to him, and he's going to be very close to the first down. I don't know that Brendan Reese stopped him from getting forward just enough, and he did.
Yeah.
As he picks up the first. Now they want to go a little pace.
Coming up with a pace here. Maybe not. They're not in a hurry to call a pass here.
No, but I think they're trying to get up to the line a little quicker to give themselves more time to figure out what they want to do. But you're asking your offensive linemen to stay down for a long time when you do this.
Yes, indeed. And this definitely, I think, is about design because they're running a lot of clock off.
Yeah, back to Robinson, nothing doing as he's piled up at the line of scrimmage. Middle of that Lobo line, including Reese and Zarius Shepard. Stop him for no gain. Now it's second down and 10.
And I don't think they want to run it fast. They're definitely running the ball a whole lot right now. I don't think they want to run it fast because they know they don't want to get into giving the ball back to us very quickly here.
Now, and remember, they decided to take the ball to start the first half, so Lobos are actually going to get the ball to begin the second half as well. So you're in a position here, if you stop them, you got a potential 2-for-1 or better. Back to pass Ballard. He's got a little time, got a little happy feet now, and throws it away quickly. As bearing down on him in a hurry was Brendan Reese. Reese, who doesn't come up the field a whole heck of a lot on the pass rush, is in the face of the quarterback, and now there's a flag down.
Late flag there, and wonder is an intentional grounding if he got rid of the ball.
It is.
Intentional grounding, offense number 3. Lost it down. Third down.
Well, yeah, actually, third down and now back to the 29-yard line. So they've got a 3rd and 18 coming up.
Yeah, with Reese blitzing on that play, it came as a surprise to the quarterback. He had to, when you see a big linebacker screaming down on you that fast, you think he can get rid of the ball very quickly. He didn't get outside the pocket, and he didn't get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, which is why that penalty was thrown. It brings up 3rd and forever here. So you keep everybody in front, keep them in front, and just come up and rally and make the tackle.
And you don't want a pass interference penalty. And how about another penalty now?
I want to point out real quick, Chase Smith went down early. He is now back in the game. So it's good to see one of your senior leaders back out there on the field. He's back out there playing linebacker for your Lobos.
Penalties starting to pile up now for the Wranglers. For them, that is, 3 for 19 here in this last little series, 2 of them on the last 2 plays. They've had 5 first downs, 55 yards on the ground, 21 yards passing. And here they'll go on 3rd down and even longer now. They've got 24 to go for a first. Ballard going to try to air one up into double coverage. Roel got a beat on another one. How about it? Inbounds, you bet. Thomas Roel with his 2nd pick of the quarter, and the Lobos are going to have a short field to play with and 3:46 to try to get some more points.
Hey, that was an excellent play there. Another play by Thomas Royal to come up with the second turnover. That's the second pick of the game and consecutive drives for him. So excellent job by him. He's been in the right play at the right time. So that's somebody that's utilizing his time on the field. He's making the most of it, and he's doing a great job. And I'm here to tell you, I love it.
Lobos will get a short field to work with, just 53 yards away. And again, they've got a little more than 3.5 minutes left in this first half. On first down to the ground we go, a little bit, maybe the 50-yard line, gain of about 3 for Taylor Tatum. It'll bring up second down. They're actually going to mark him at the 49 for a game of 2.
Yeah, that zone read handoff there, just kind of going off tackle. We just only able to get a couple of yards there as we're going under the center as a two-back look.
Mason Washington is the fullback. How about another flag? No, sir.
This had to be like the 10th flags. 10 flags so far on both sides of the ball here. It's a lot of flags, a lot of laundry out here.
And you heard that. That one was on the Lobos' second tight end, Tyreek Tennyson. So they'll move it back to the 44-yard line, where now it becomes second down and about 16. Pre-snap penalties just continue to rear their head. Maverick Rowe back. He's got a pocket. He's got a man as he goes deep. Little separation. Great catch on the sideline. Almost a back shoulder type catch for DK Reese. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
And that was an excellent ball placement there by Maverick Tut. Maverick
Boy, you
Rowe.
did that.
Combining the two. Excellent. I'm sorry, Maverick. It was excellent ball placement by him. Putting the ball out there as on the outside towards the sideline for your receiver to be able to redirect and come down with the ball instead of letting the corner be able to make a play on it like he did on the last drive.
Reese, 2 catches, 76 yards. Rowe back to pass again, going the other side. That's Harrison. Ethan will catch it at the 2 and be thrown out of bounds, where it'll be first down and goal with 2:42 left to play in the first half.
Got another flag there, right there about the 20-yard line at the top. Not sure what that was, but, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Maverick. He is a little gunslinger out there. He is letting that ball hang. He is just throwing it left and right.
Now, Lobos coming back to the 20-yard line. They're going to take away, it looks like, the catch by Ethan Harrison. No, they're going to pick up the flag. Thank you, Mr. Referee. We'll take that. First and goal down at the 2. As the Lobos pick up 20 on the pass.
All righty. Any idea what's going on? I see Maverick is running out of the game. I see Taylor is checking in.
Yep.
A little Lobo Wildcat here.
Wild Wolf, baby.
I take it back. Mason is Maverick is
coming back in.
Yeah.
All right. You got me all excited, and he comes trotting back out. Taylor's going to be the lone back in this. First and goal back at the 2-yard line. Man in motion's Harrison. Let's give it to him. Tried to cut inside, and that one's blown up before it got going. Down at the bottom of that pile, Jaden Redmond, the linebacker, makes a tackle on Harrison. It'll be second and goal from the 1.
That's something we're not used to seeing. We're seeing a reverse right there at the goal line with Ethan, and he was able to just get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe even got a half a yard. Put us right there at the half-inch yard line.
You know, we ran that once or twice with Jalen Hale last year, but they didn't run it very often. It's a play we don't pull out a whole heck of a lot, and you can kind of see the reason why.
Yeah, I suspect Coach King is saying, forget it, just run it, give it to Taylor.
Formation, Taylor Tatum just going to rumble on into the left. That's about as easy as it's ever going to get. Got a good lead block from Mason Washington, and just the entire left side collapsed of the defense for the Wranglers, and Taylor's got his second touchdown of the ball game.
Yeah, when you run in a stretch play like that, it's a foot race to get to the power line. And, man, when you got a 4x4 runner, a center fielder right there, all-American running back, the top running back in the nation.
Just go ahead and say thoroughbred. Just say you got a thoroughbred.
When you have a thoroughbred,
yeah, that's right.
Guess what? Touchdown.
That's it. Monsalveas with the point after 21-0. 1:57 left to play in the half. Back after the timeout here on Game Day.
I am Emily Kidwell-Ramey, owner of SIG Ramey Insurance. Thank you for voting me Best of East Texas 3 years in a row for Insurance Agent. I am an independent agent. I shop the market for you. I specialize in home, commercial, auto, and life. Insurance is foreign to most people. You have to have an agent that is going to look out for your best interests in the coverages that you may not know that you need. If you do not have an insurance agent that is working for you, I would love for you to contact us. We're located on Judson Road. Just look for the green door or call me at 903-235-5658.
We welcome you back. Lobos went 5 plays, 53 yards to get their second Taylor Tatum touchdown of the evening. That is number 60 on the ground for him now throughout his career. He's starting to put up numbers that it's going to be really hard for somebody to catch.
Yeah, he's having one of those years that if anybody gets up there, they gotta be mentioned as one of the top players there. As Wes Mesquite gets a lucky bounce as a ball barely goes into the end zone.
They almost got an unlucky bounce. As Montevideo kick stayed in play, they thought it was going to either A, go out of bounds, or B, go into the end zone. It almost stayed down there at the 1 yard line, and Wranglers are very lucky that ball took one last little hop back into the end zone, or they would have been in all kinds of trouble.
Excellent kickoff coverage that time. Remember the last time we kicked it off, we gave them the ball at the 40-yard line. So to be able to make them start 15 yards back on the 25-yard line this time is a win there for the kickoff coverage team. Remember, there's 3 phases in the game, and equally the special teams is as important as offense and defense.
All right, 21-0 Lobos now. See if they can get the ball maybe one last time. Off to throw quickly. That one's going to be maybe 3-4 yards at most. Coming up, Jaden Simmons on the tackle. It's a reception by number 15, Marvin McGee. And there you go. Longview going to take a timeout here, try to get the ball maybe one more time.
Oh, yeah. When you have an opportunity to get the ball back, you take advantage of it. Especially when you have yourselves at least one more timeout left to go. You want to see them to be able to turn the ball over and get us back and let us see us try to go back and score again.
I tell you what, we got tons of people watching us right now on the platforms. I'm going to ask you this. We asked for a roll call earlier in the game. We got a 21-0 lead. On the last regular season game, any player out on the field who's dressed in green and white today, who would you like to see score before this game comes to an end? I don't care if it's an offensive lineman we're going to throw to, if it's the kicker, if it's who's the one guy you want to see get in the end zone before we end this game today. Give us a shout out here and hit us on Facebook or on YouTube. Tell us what you're thinking. I'm intrigued to see who you want to get in the end zone one last time, or maybe one first time before the season comes to an end.
Timekeeper.
And I'm going to be a little...
Set the game clock to 1:46.
And I'm
1:46, please.
And I'm going to be a little partial. I don't care who all plays. I just want to see everybody plays. I would love to see that. That is my vote. If I can see everybody playing, that means we're doing our job and we're taking care of our business.
We've already got votes coming in. I got a couple for Willie. I got a Billy Smith, a Maverick, and Isaiah Horton. They're already voting quick. Bryant Williams, how about that? All right, so 2nd down and 8 at the 27-yard line. They reset the clock to 1:46.
How about a 3rd interception by Thomas Royal?
Oh, that would be a thing. How about one to the house?
Yes.
Instead, it's going to be a 1st down run. Roel has to come in and finish off the tackle on Robinson, who's had a very impressive first half. I am more than impressed by this freshman running back.
Oh, yeah, man. He's a kid that has answered the test. He looks like he can definitely compete in this district. He can compete with anybody. He's a kid that's going to be – you got to keep your eyes out and watch him for the next 3 more years after this season.
All right, gains 10 on what was going to be a 2nd down and about 8. He's done that a couple times now. Back to the ground they go again. This time nothing doing. Reese in there on the tackle along with Shepard. And by the way, Zaria's got one of the votes for the guy we want to see score.
The X-Man. I would love to see him get a scoop and score and take it to the house. You might see me dancing up here with him.
He may lose his mind if he gets in the end zone.
I know his dad will. His dad is out there on the sideline. My former teammate, Darren Shepard.
His son got a college offer this week.
Yeah, excellent job by him. I'm proud of him. And this is going to be the first of many. He's a kid that definitely can play at the next level. And he's a kid that's made up of all the right things, and, man, I love him to death.
2nd and 8. Whoa, that throw almost in big trouble behind the receiver. Well done by Marvin McGee, who had to reach up and not only fight with Chris Wilder to get that ball, but then came down with it.
Yeah, he comes down with the first down, moves the chains here. The clock is under 30 seconds here. We're not gonna try to give up any.
Ballard back to pass. Now he's going to run. He's across the line of scrimmage, and he'll step out at the 40-yard line.
And that's definitely coming back. I saw that hold from here on number 64 from the West Mesquite team. He was holding Wilder as the quarterback tried to escape. He ran around him, and he wasn't able to. He had the outside of that jersey, and he wasn't letting go.
18 seconds left in the half. What was a pretty impressive run is going to end up looking like it's going backward. Move it back to the 30. Let's see where they're going to put this. 38-yard line. Not the 40. So it's going to be a first down and 18 after the penalty.
18 seconds left here. Looking like they're kind of in a running formation here. So, but still, you want to stay home. You want to eliminate a big play here. You don't want to get this team any kind of momentum going into halftime.
All right, so 1st and 18 with 18 on the clock. We've got 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, single coverage. Ballard back to pass, throwing a little bit behind the target again, and that will be a probably half-ending catch for Richard Clark. The clock keeps on rolling down to the last 5 seconds, and we're going to get a timeout. So West Mesquite will burn their last timeout with 3 seconds left in the half.
Can't take him with you. So he's definitely going to call this last timeout, maybe get a last hoorah play going up here. So we'll see what happens.
I'll remind you, coming up at the half, we're going to get a chance to, for one last time in the regular season, enjoy the performances of the bands. We know the Lobos finished 3rd at state a couple weeks ago. We're going to get to see the Big Green Marching Machine one more time in the regular season. Looking forward to seeing them back at home next week to open the playoffs as well.
Absolutely. Love to see the Rockin' L. Love to see that formation and go up and down the sideline there.
Here's what I got for you at halftime. Lobos have picked up 10 first downs, 100 rushing yards, 122 passing yards. They were 6 of 9 throwing the football. 4 penalties, 25 yards in the first half. The Wranglers, 7 first downs. They had 67 yards on the ground, 35 through the air. That's 102 yards total offense. They were 8 of 12 throwing the football. They also had 4 penalties for 27 yards. Lobos have the big number that matters. That's the 21 on the scoreboard. As we get down for one more last play. Oh, and yeah, don't forget the Vuettes.
Oh, yeah. Can't forget them.
Thank you, Lauren Sanders. Yes, and the Vuettes. No question. All right, last play of the half, 3rd down. Ballard back, in trouble. He's crossed the line. He's going to end up going out of bounds near the 50-yard line, and that will end the first half. Lobos pitch a shutout in the first half of the final game of the regular season. They lead the Wranglers by a 21-0 margin. Looks like everybody's come out healthy so far. You got some touches for Taylor Tatum. The defense, all the starters played. We expect we're going to see probably a revolving door of players in the second half, and a lot of bodies are going to get on the field that we may not see if this was a 0-0 ball game in week number 6.
Chuck, you're right. Man, Longview came out and played their type of game. West Mesquite, they ran a lot of clock here, which probably was to their advantage because they don't want to give us the ball as much. Even though we punted the ball one time, those other times that we had the ball, we ran up and down the field and made it look pretty easy. So they're doing the right thing here. by playing stall tactic here. And for the Lobos, when they get the ball, they're making the most of it and scoring as well too. So
in that first half, Demarion Robertson had 13 carries, 51 yards. He led the way for West Mesquite. Their quarterback, Demarius Ballard, 8 of 12 for 35 yards. He threw 2 interceptions, both to Thomas Rowell. On the other side for the Lobos, running the football, Mason Washington, 2 carries for 53 yards and an early touchdown. Taylor Tatum, 7 for 29. He had 2 scores throwing the football. The backup quarterback, Maverick Rose, 6 of 9, 122. DK Reese had 2 catches for 76 yards. Those are your leaders. As we will turn off the mics and let you enjoy halftime. 21-0 lead. Back here in a little bit. For our crew on the air, we're taking a timeout. You enjoy what's going on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Longview Independent School District is proud to present to the field for 59 years the 2023-2024 LHS-UX. Officers this year are, left to right, Senior Lieutenant Allison Reed, Senior Lieutenant Ava Wilcox, Senior Lieutenant Haley Sanders, Junior Lieutenant Jayla Beecham, and in the center, your captain, Senior Emily Gerald. The Vuettes will now entertain you with their step ladder routine 2, Made You Look. Viewette of the Week is Junior Brioni Richardson. Spirit Girl of the Week is Junior Delilah Loza. Teachers of the Week are Major Beasley and Sergeant Jackson. The Vuettes are under the direction of Mrs. Debbie McGowan and assisted by Mrs. Meg Lawrence. And now, the 2023 Longview High School Majorettes will perform a dance twirl routine 2, To Be Loved, featuring seniors Alessandra Perez, Christina Guerrero, Layla Johnson, and Iris Jaimes Blanco. October 24th, the Lobo Band travels to Waco to compete at the UIL State Military Marching Band Championship. Throughout a preliminary and finals competition held at McLean Stadium on the campus of Baylor University, the Lobo Band was awarded the bronze medal. The band would like to thank everyone at our school and in the community that has supported us during our competitive season. Ladies and gentlemen, under the field direction of drum majors Layla Johnson, Christina Guerrero, and Lainey Weber, the Longview Independent School District proudly presents the award-winning Longview High School Lobo Band. This is the Big Green Marching Machine. All right, Lobo fans, on your feet as the big green marching machine marches the rocket out off the field. Thank all parents, community members, and LISD for their continued support this season. We would also like to thank our sponsors for this year: Jodak Office Outfitters, Chick-fil-A, Whataburger East Texas, Longview Regional, Eric Dodge Insurance Agency, and Sorian Hoover LLP. Thank you for your kind attention to tonight's performance, and as Mr. Brewer always said, go Lobos!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime entertainment, West Mesquite High School proudly presents the 2023-2024 Varsity Lariats. Lariat officers are Junior Lieutenant Alexa Robles, Senior Lieutenant Teresa Hardy, First Lieutenant Victoria Lozada, and the Captain Ayana Gomez. The Lariat leaders are Social Officer Alexandria Polk, Social and JV Instructor Natalie Aquino, Social and JV Instructor Nevaeh Land. This week's Spirit Girl of the Week is Teresa Hardy, and your Lariat of the Week is Marcaria Roberts. Tonight, the Lariats would like to entertain you with their streamer routine to Love Runs Out, accompanied by the Burnt Orange Band. Coach Mitchell and Coach Wynn. The Lariat managers are Fiona Holly, Rhea Miller, Jackie Lopez, Nehemiah Wilson, and Josie Vasquez. Ladies and gentlemen, taking one last time on the field together, your 2024 Lariat Seniors. Let's hear it for your West Mesquite High School Lariats. For your continued halftime enjoyment, the West Mesquite High School Burnt Orange Band. Their show is entitled Emotion. Musical selections by Curiali, Shostakovich, Charlie Chaplin, and John Mackey. The Burnt Orange Band is under the field direction of drum majors Esmeralda Calderon, Armando Orende, and senior drum major Jackie Velasquez. Soloists for tonight's performance are Jackie Velociraptor, Lilo Zarate, Armando Orende, Natalie Bueno, Adrian Chavadia, and Juan Salinas. Also, our very own Gabriel Perez as Charlie Chaplin. Last week, the Burnt Orange Band made school history by making area finals for the very first time ever. Congratulations, Burnt Orange Band, on a fantastic season. The Burnt Orange Band would like to dedicate tonight's performance to our 2024 seniors. We'll miss you, seniors. And now, the award-winning West Mesquite High School Burnt Orange Band.
The final halftime band performances of the regular season. Outstanding as always. Keaton Daniels, Chuck Zach along with you. One more half of football before we put to bed the regular season. We get down to business for the playoffs.
To it. Let's get it.
Tell you what, nice first half for Lobo Nation, as we didn't do anything just off the charts amazing. It was just a really solid Lobo first half. We played outstanding defense. We ran the football well. We saw a quarterback that wasn't afraid to throw the ball down the field a little bit, and DK Reese getting involved in the offense. Ethan Harrison with a catch. Mason Washington ran the ball hard to start with. Taylor Tatum a couple touchdowns. I pretty much wrapped up the whole game in about 30 seconds, but just those things bounce off the page. That defense still pitches a shutout, which Thomas Ruel's got 2 picks. Defense has played outstanding.
Yeah, anytime you get 2 first half turnovers, that's 2 stops. That's 2 times that you're stopping the team and you're giving yourself the ball in good field position. We were able to answer and get 21 points on the board pretty easily. We only punted the ball 1 time that half, but we drove up and down the field. We didn't turn the ball over. Maverick Rowe, the backup quarterback, has came into the game and looking like the starter. He's slinging the thing. He's not scared to throw it at all. He's looking like somebody that's playing with a little bit of a confidence. He looks good out there. He's completing passes all over the field. So we're looking to see what we're going to have a little bit more of the second half. Just judging by the look of the kickoff return, we have Boosie Washington back there and Taylor Tatum back there, so they may even start this half off too as well.
Well, they're going to maybe let Boosie grab. They actually, just before it was going to be Boosie, Mason Washington grabbed it. He's having such a great game. Why not? He's down to the 30 and gets caught from behind at about the 27-yard line. Just when I was ready for it maybe to be Boosie off to the races, it's Mason that instead hands off about a 45-yard return.
He's somebody that said, "Hey, look back! I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run this myself too." So he showed some speed of his own as well.
Oh, well, why don't you stop me and tell me that?
Hey,
that wasn't Mason. That was Mekhi. What? That was Mekhi instead.
Yep, that was Mekhi instead.
Mekhi Stewart with the return. I apologize, folks. I have old eyes. That I see is Mason on the handoff rather for a couple of yards. I apologize, folks. I thought I had a 23 and I had a 27 instead.
To your credit, we're sitting 3 rows up.
And normally,
I'm old. Normally we're not this high up. We're up here touching the sky, so we can see. It's a little bit harder. It's a little bit unusual for us to be up this high, but we have every right to see everything. So sometimes the numbers just get a little bit blurred.
A little fuzzy. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I had a birthday last week. I'm in the new decade. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
That's Boosie, and he's off to the races. The 15 gets the corner of the 10. The 5, they're going to mark him out at the 2, where it'll be first down and goal.
Almost touchdown, but he ran out of bounds at the inside the 2-yard line. Brings up quickly a first and goal here for the Lobos. He's staying in the game. So it looks like he may be getting ready to run it in, or if we decide to call a running play here.
He got it down to the 23-yard gain on the first down. This is the drive after the opening kick where the Wranglers decided they wanted the ball to start with. This is what they get. Instead, they're going to try to throw one up into the air. Not going to get a foot down, though, as receiver DK Reese was at the back of the end zone, a little bit too far on the throw, and now it's going to be second down.
Instead of DK throwing a fade route, it looks like Ethan
Harrison.
Yeah,
he's got the pink gloves on.
Oh yeah, they ran a fade route to him that time just to kind of catch him off guard. But that didn't work here, so it looks like we're going to get ready to run it on in.
That's going. I'm going back to the binoculars. How about the handoff? Boosie coming left, and that's just an easy little run, kind of like Taylor's in the first half. That stretch play going left, nothing they can do about it. It's a 27-0 lead.
Making quick work of it. That's a touchdown for your Lobos by drawing up the lead now up to 4 scores. Looking like we're continuing our dominance, continuing to keep playing at our level instead of playing down to our opponents. So excellent job there by the Lobos.
Quick drive, 4 plays, 27 yards after the Mackie Stewart kick return to set up a short field. Monsiváis with the point after, 28-0. Just like that, the Lobos seize the ball, take a minute and 6 seconds, go down and score, make it 28-0. We'll take a break here on Game Day.
And now at Orr, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at Orr Cadillac GMC in Longview.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Charlene Ingram today.
28-0 lead for the Lobos as we are early into the second half. We'll kick off to begin things here after a short drive. We've had short fields a couple times now and have made hay from each opportunity. Short kick this time down to around the 10-yard line. That's going to be taken out to about the 25 where they would have started anyway. Tony Dale, the sophomore, on the return. And it'll be first down and 10 for the West Mesquite Wranglers at the 26-yard line.
And it's flagged down there, right there at the spot where we kicked the ball off. So looks like they're probably going to call it offsides here before we get this ball started. So not sure if they're accepting this or declining it.
Or they're going to ask them to re-kick it.
Illegal formation on the kicking team.
Oh, wow.
It's a 5-yard penalty added on to the end of the run.
All right.
First down.
You heard that, and somehow the Lobos managed to get a penalty on a kickoff, which,
my goodness.
Again, that's the John King on Saturday film is just going to grind his teeth. Hopefully Haynes has a game someplace tomorrow and he can't watch film.
Hey, shout out to Haynes King. He is playing some excellent football. He's putting the nation on high alert. Oh, and they're playing at Virginia tomorrow, so Coach King, I don't know if he's going to take that early flight and get out and head to Virginia, but knowing him, he just might.
On first down, handoff to outstanding freshman Demarion Robinson, goes for about 3. It'll be second down and 7. He has been a bit of a revelation for West Mesquite this season. You always are wondering if you're going to have a freshman who's going to be all that, and this kid really has been. All right, second down 7. Ballard rolling, got a man short. That's where they've been throwing just about everything today. Completion down to about the 40-yard line. That's that freshman tight end that they have, Jalen Hicks.
He almost kind of looks like a little bit of a receiver or H-back type guy there. He doesn't fit the bill to be big as a tight end. But we're, like I said earlier, we're sitting up here so high you can't really tell how tall or how short these guys is. But nonetheless, he's playing tight end for them. And like you said, just throwing it out there to the flats is where he's kind of been living at tonight.
And they really don't give us much on the roster they sent. There's a run up the middle to the 45 for a first down. They don't give us much information. They give us the kids' names and they give us the kids' class they're in, and that's about all. So everything other than that you're kind of guessing at. And after a couple of plays, they'll get a ball out to the 45 and a first down.
Love to kind of get an answer to stop this running game here. This team has been seeming to run the ball on us a little bit more than what we've been giving up here these last few weeks, especially throughout this ball game. So love to kind of clean that part of it up and get them in the stop.
Ballard back to the air again, short route, caught, and nothing after the catch. James Simmons on the tackle. And after a gain of, we'll make it about 4. Oh, second down and 6 coming up. The officials, I'm not so sure about the spots today. It feels like forward progress is never really recorded right tonight. At least that's kind of the way it looked. Not that it's affected anything, but it feels like forward progress where the catch is never really gets marked the way I see it anyway.
No, I definitely agree with you there because I didn't think he really got out there, but nonetheless, they're calling it both ways.
No question about that. All right, to the ground again, nothing doing. How-yi-yi-yi.
All right, Brendan
Tell you what,
Reese
it has
there.
been a pretty impressive game for Brendan Reese today. He, for the most part this year, Kason Brooks has gotten most of the attention of those junior linebackers, but this has been Brandon's really kind of coming out party of him maybe taking the lead on tackles inside this evening.
Yeah, he's one of those. He's one of those kids that's big, fast, and physical. He can run out there with just about any of those kids. Man, he's a good-looking linebacker. Love to see him make plays.
Third down, back to the air again. Another catch, this time on the sideline and fighting for the first down. He's going to get it out to the 44-yard line. Jeremiah Bayo on the catch.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's hitch routes. They're running hitches until the sun comes up. They're going to live by it. They're going to keep running it until they just can't run it anymore. So if you're on defense, you got to just either get your linebacker or get your safety, hit them in that underneath coverage and just cut off that pass lane as fast as possible.
At the 44-yard line, running up the middle, nothing doing, and again being grabbed onto by those linebackers. And again, it's Brendan Reese that's doing the work on it. It's going to bring up second down in about 11.
Yeah, once he got his hands on him, once he got his paws on him, there was nothing else that the defender, that the running back could do. He got stopped in his tracks, and he wasn't going any further.
So second down at the 44-yard line. This is one of the better drives that we've seen the Wranglers put together tonight. And they'll go back to the ground, and a little broken tackle this time, but short of the first down. That's their third running back, Darian Parker. It's going to bring up third down in about 3.
Maybe one defender miss, able to get positive yardage, bring up a third and short for them here. I suspect here you may even see a blitz call here because this is a 4-down territory situation for them. So suspect that Coach King or Coach Berry going to call something off the edge or just send them in all the gaps here, especially the way you got Thomas Roel down in coverage too here.
All right, so third down at the 37. They've got to get the 34 for the first down, but you get 2 cracks at it. Ballard back to pass, slant dropped. Simmons was on the coverage. That was a little bit behind the intended target, Marvin McGee, but it'll bring up fourth down and 3 now.
Yeah, like I said, two down territory, so they're going for it on fourth down. That receiver, Mr. McGee, just did us a favor by just not coming up with that catch. The excellent pitch and catch. He was able to make the play and just came up with it there, so brings up fourth down here.
They have liked the short passes. They have gone to them over and over again. Haven't challenged the secondary very often, and when they do, they throw in interceptions. Play clock winding down to 5 seconds. They're still looking at the sideline. They may be taking a timeout here. Sure enough, Frank Sandoval, the coach of the Wranglers, decides to burn one of his timeouts. We'll take a timeout as well. There's 5:48 left to play here in the third quarter. 28-0 Lobos. Here on Game Day.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
House party? We got you covered. Office meeting? Come on, treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today, only at Juicy's Taco.
Alrighty, welcome back. Elsewhere in district tonight, it looks like Tyler's season's going to end short of the playoffs. Forney with a 33-14 lead, but Lufkin up on Lancaster 14-7.
Hey, that game is now. Winner is in that one with the way Tyler season is coming to an end right now. So Lufkin is playing right now, and they're taking it to Lancaster in their home right now too. So hey, that is essentially their playoff starts right now for both teams.
False start penalty called on Rodolfo Escobar, the right tackle. That moves the ball back to the 42-yard line. 4th and 3 just became 4th and 8. This is pretty much last gasp hope if you're the Wranglers trying to stay in this game.
4th and long here. They've been completing hitches. They don't have enough time to get a hit.
Quarterback going to try to run for it. He's not going to get there. Billy Smith hanging on along with Chris Wilder as they bring him to the ground at the 39-yard line. That's well short of the first down, and the Lobos are going to get the ball back.
Yep, with the turnover on downs here, you got your starters pretty much running back in still. Don't see Taylor coming in the game, but at the same time, if we go down and score right here, I think that's pretty much a wrap for our starters.
Oh, I would hope. DK in the game, Boosie in the game, Ethan in the game. Now that's Mackie Stewart in the game, near side. Out there with Maverick Rowe. First down, Mason Washington trying to empty out of the backfield. How about a flag again? Oh my goodness.
False start.
Another one.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
You know, I know it feels sometimes like we harp on it. I hate that. I don't want it to sound like that. But we're in week 10. You can't have a dozen or half dozen false start penalties in week 10.
And when you get in this late, like you said, you get this late in the season, that's just some of those things you shouldn't even waste time on anymore. You should be able to get past that early in the season. So seeing this continue to keep playing out against our favor, it's just not something you don't like to see going forward.
Rowe back to pass, finds Boosie in the flat. He goes for about 12 up to the 45-yard line. Got most of that back. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, somebody last week who had almost 200 receiving yards last week. I think he finished about 40 yards shy. So you know he can catch it and he can get upfield real fast with the best of them.
I like what we've seen from Maverick Rowe. He hasn't had a lot of playing time this year because Andrew Tutt has stayed healthy and has had a really nice season, but we're seeing more from Maverick today than we've had a chance to see all year, and that bodes well not just for this season, but for next, as he throws and finds Mackie Stewart, and that one's right in his hands. That's going to go down as an incomplete on Maverick, but that one got dropped.
Tough drop there. That was a first down catch. Waiting to, to move the chains for us. It brings up a 3rd and about 4 situation, 3 situation here. So love to see what we get played out. The play call will be, but that was a good throw there by Maverick Rowe, but it just came up incomplete.
Boosie in the backfield. He'll be the lone back. Rowe under center. Hands off. Kelvin trying to come left. Gets away from one defender, then slips. Little turf monster got him back at the 43-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 5.
I'd love to see what Coach King has up his sleeve here, but he's electing to punt the ball here.
Well, that was a disappointing 3 and out. You got a penalty, put you behind the chains. You picked up 12 of it. You get a drop on what was 3rd down or 2nd down rather, and then on 3rd down your back slips and you end up giving the ball away after a 3 and out. Anthony Monsivais on to punt, his 2nd punt of the day. Didn't hit the first one great. Let's see about this one. Hits it better. This one will be caught a fair catch at about the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. That's where West Mesquite's going to take over with 4:44 left to play in this 3rd quarter.
Don't like to see that, a punt. Anytime we have to punt the ball, as we're Lobo fans, we want to see us score every single time, especially a game of this magnitude. But up 28-0, you're practicing all phases of the game. That was an excellent punt there to be able to pin them down. at the 16-yard line, make them having to drive all the way down the field. So love to see that.
Yeah, if you're a Lobo fan, you're going, wait a minute, we beat these guys 70-0 last year. It's 28-0 here. Now they have not threatened Longview at all tonight. They're playing a pretty, we started with a backup quarterback to begin this game. This is a little better West Mesquite team than they were last year. We can start with that. And I don't know that we're quite as good as we were last year, if you're being honest about 2022 versus 2023.
Yeah, that team last year, everybody already knew that their team had state ambitions with a star-studded receiver, star-studded running back, and an excellent defense that you was playing with last year. So calling a spade, yeah, you're definitely right. That team last year was a team that was definitely to be reckoned with. It was a team that was destined to go far, but we came up one game short of the state championship game.
2nd down and 10. Ballard back to pass. That one in and out of the hands of potentially what was going to be all kinds of problems for West Mesquite, because Jaden Simmons had a deflection almost in his breadbasket and just couldn't hang on, and that was about to be a pick 6.
Yeah, tough to see him not being able to come up with the interception that time, because he had nobody to stop him. He was going to score, and he was going to score real fast here. Brings up 3rd and 10 here. You got Willie's Garden, the receiver here at the bottom of the screen.
Richard Clark is up top on Jaden Simmons. He's the one that just bobbled it. Hunt in motion. Roel's going to step down on him. 3rd down and 10. Ballard looking up the middle. He's got trouble. Here comes a pressure, and they've got him back at about the 12-yard line. Boy, a combination of guys in on that tackle. As 94 is Kalen Nelson. He got in there along with 36, Bryce Fuller, and you're starting to see a lot of second string and reserves in the game right now, as we got to quickly figure out who's in there. But that's a loss of 3, and it'll be punting time for West Mesquite.
Excellent job by the defense, especially the front four. As they rushed in on the quarterback, they didn't get outside of their zone coverage. Once they got to the quarterback level, they took a step back, and the ball is fumbled here, and it's getting out the back of the end zone for a safety.
Well, special teams going to get you some points.
Snap travels through the end zone for a safety.
That puts it up 30-0 here. We're going to get a safety kick. We're going to get the ball in excellent field position to start this drive off.
Well, yeah, all year long we've allowed teams to punt without really pressuring the ball. That time we didn't really have to pressure it too much. The ball just got through the punter and out of the back of the end zone. We'll pick up 2 freebies, and it'll be free kick time for the Wranglers at their 20-yard line.
Yep, having to kick the ball from the 20-yard line with the wind blowing at them. This ball is not going to go very far. So you're going to start the ball off maybe even better than midfield or more.
Wow. All right, well, we'll take 2 more. The team gets credit for that one since it went out of the back of the end zone. Nobody actually gets the 2 points officially. And we get to keep this shutout with a little bit more added to it. That happened quickly. Taylor Tatum going to come back into the game to return the free kick along with Boosie Washington back around the 35-yard line. Lobos should be in phenomenal field position as the Wranglers are going to choose to kick this one off the tee. You have your option. You want to punt it or do you want to kick it off the tee? Nestor Leon decides he wants to kick it off the tee, so it'll just be a kickoff after what it would have been like a 15-yard penalty. So the Lobos will have their deep men back at around the 35-yard line. This kick is high. It will drive Boosie back to the 31-yard line. He's trying to come back to the middle, loses the first 2 guys. He's past the 3rd guy. He makes a cut to the 4th guy and then gets knocked down. We're going to have a late flag come flying in at around the 40-yard line. Lobos were going to have the ball around the 37. We'll see which way this penalty is going to go.
We do have a penalty flag on the play.
It's been a game with not a ton of penalties, but too many penalties.
Of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Myers Morrow gets that penalty. It'll move the Lobos back 10 yards and put it near the 50-yard line. after they step off the penalty.
1st and 10 right there, about midfield there. It looks like we're still rolling with a lot of pretty much our same group. I'm seeing a little bit more receivers getting in more action here. I think we got going with a 3 wide receiver look here.
All right, so we'll start on our side of the field, right at the 49-yard line. 1st down, handoff Mason Washington, fighting his way for about 4 to the 47 of the Wranglers.
Mason Washington on the
2nd down and 6 coming up.
Mason Washington here, he was able to get the ball running from the gun there. Put us at about 2nd and 6 there, so he got a gain of 4. Puts us now, we're back in our 2-back formation look here.
And up the middle we run, a little bit further up near the 35-yard line. That'll be enough for a Lobo 1st down as they grind it on the ground now.
Ethan Harrison on the carry. He takes the ball down to the 36.
Harrison with a rare carry. He had 1 in the 1st half.
Yeah, it looks like that was Mason Washington. I think he just kind of misjudged on who that was there. As he did get the carry, it was just in a crowded backfield.
Now back to the ground again, up the middle to the 29. They're going to blow him dead at the 31. They are again blowing the whistle at weird places and spotting this ball at weird places.
I mean, he looks like he was still moving a little bit there, but nonetheless, they called it. Mason is handling the ball a lot this game here. He's running the ball really good for the Lobos tonight.
All right, 2nd down and about 5 at the 31-yard line. Mason Washington with 5 more yards to his total. We'll run some more right up the middle. Mason again to the 25 for a 1st down.
Mason Washington on the carry, takes the ball down to the 25.
Tough run there. Didn't really have a whole lot, but he did what just like any back needed to do. He ran forward and was able to get the 1st down to be able to move the chains here with the clock moving at under 1 minute and 15 seconds left.
Lobos just content to grind this thing out on the ground and try to get rid of the 3rd quarter. First down at the 25. Right up the middle again. This is nothing fancy. We're just going right up behind those big offensive linemen as Mason Washington gets it inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, and that was just, he had a man on him as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, and he was just carrying him on in for 7 yards to get a positive yards there to bring up a 2nd and 3. He checks out here as we're going in for just a one back look right now with 2 tight ends and 2 receivers on the field.
And in motions Harrison. We'll give it to him on the reverse to the 5, fighting his way and just runs over the defender to get into the end zone to make it 36-0 with 14 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter.
Coach King saw something there, so running the reverse, he was able to get the tight ends out there blocking in front. Only thing Ethan had to do was just make one man miss, and instead of making a miss, he carried him on into the end zone to put the Lobos up by 5 scores right now, 36-0 for the Longview Lobos.
You know, they've showed this a couple of times tonight that they're willing to run this reverse.
Kick is blocked.
And for a 2nd time, we're going to have a missed extra point in 2 weeks. Las Vegas, who had not had an entire a miss all year long, has 2 blocked in 2 games, and it will stay 36-0. On the tackle, by the way, Maverick Rowe made the tackle. We'll take a break. It comes with 14 seconds to play in the 3rd, and the Lobos up big here on game day.
House party? we got you covered. Office meeting? Come on, treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today, only at Juicy's Taco.
We welcome you back. 4 plays, 51 yards. A lot of Mason Washington. Ends with an Ethan Harrison 27-yard touchdown run, and the Lobos are up by 5 scores now and flexing their muscle a little bit. And it feels like they're taking on a worn-down Wrangler team. Kick is going to sail over the head of the return man into the end zone. It'll come back out to the 25 for the last 14 seconds of the quarter.
Yep, Longview's been playing well. Nothing to hang their hats on unless you just want to look at the penalties. Is one of the things that you want to see cleaned up here. But nonetheless, they've been playing hard. They've been playing excellent with their effort. It's looking like we're starting to see a little bit more bench starting to clear out here. I see the starting corners are in still. The starting corners are still in, but everybody else looks like they have been replaced.
You got Roel in there still. Let's see who else we've got. We've got Brian Peoples in the game now. First down. Ballard back to pass, and nothing doing as his intended target never looked back. Jeremy Bayo on a ball that was way wide and out of bounds. It'll be second down and 10.
Love to see this group come in and still keep up the same thing that the starting group was able to go out there and play with as well too. Play with reckless abandonment, keeping this team from scoring a touchdown is what you want to see.
So we got Daryl Dolly in there, 91. Ethan Horton, 41. 36 we called earlier, that was Bryce Fuller. So new defensive line in there. 94 is DeKalen Nelson. So 4 new guys down the line of scrimmage. Oh boy, handoff and nothing doing. Yikes, and new guys, thank you, we'd like to play a little more.
Oh yeah, they want a little action there. They made that stop before to end the third quarter.
Well, that's going to end the quarter. Julius McGee getting in on the action. He and Jemias Morrow in on that tackle to end the third quarter. So we'll flip ends of the field. 36-0 the score. Coming back for the last quarter of the regular season when we return here on Longview Game Day.
Welcome to Longview's Best Kept Secret, the Southerly at Longview. Tucked away in the center of everything is Longview's premier luxury apartment community. Enjoy our resort-style pool and take advantage of our 24-hour access to our state-of-the-art fitness facility. Inside our gated community, you will find washer and dryers in every apartment home, a user-friendly dog park with a dog spa. Be the next to join our growing family of residents and be the envy of all your friends. Call 430-267-7550 today to schedule your tour.
All righty, welcome back. Lobos with a 15-0 quarter, and they continue exerting their will on the Wranglers of West Mesquite. 3rd down and 10 coming up as we start the fourth quarter. Demetrius Ballard still in there at quarterback. They're going to run a little reverse and a double reverse. Richard Clark with it. Clark trying to throw back to the middle of the field and nothing doing because we had a lot of pressure on by the Lobos, but they're going to call, it looks like a late hit maybe on Brian Peoples.
That's tough there on the 3rd down pass, a 3rd down trickery here. You give up a 1st down as you had a 3rd and 10 play call.
A 3rd and 10, they've got a reverse pass called for. It's not even close, but we're going to call roughing the passer on a receiver trying to throw the football, and they mark off 15. And the Lobos will give up a 1st down because of another penalty.
And that play was dead to rights, but they gave up the 1st down.
Yep.
Yeah, he signaled Coach King that his hand hit his head, so he didn't have no choice but to throw a flag on that.
So 1st down up to the 40-yard line. Wrangler drive will stay alive. Lobos still keeping the secondary guys in. Boy, they're coming to the ball fast. Holy cow.
They're swarming and they're running to the ball as a group.
That was Morrow again that time. They've also left Brendan Reese in there. I think the coaches recognize Reese is having one of those games, and they want at least one starter in the front seven, and that's been Reese today, who there's a flag that got thrown in at the end of that play. We'll see if they pick that one up or not. We may call a hold.
At least they're not just being one-sided. They're calling it both ways. But I think at this point in the ball game, I don't think whatever's being done is going to change or make or break any of the outcome of what's going on here.
Offense number 59, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
And this time the guilty culprit is left guard Randy Rodriguez gets called for the holding penalty. So first down and 20 now, back at the 30-yard line. Hard for the either team to get a rhythm, it feels like, offensively, because the penalties keep happening. They keep slowing things down. You can't really get in the groove. Ballard back to the ground. Hand off up the middle. Good for about 6. And it'll bring up a second down and 14 on the carry. That time, new guy in is Tony Dale, who had that carry.
Excellent open field tackle there. He tackled him and let his teammates kind of run in and back him up. But nonetheless, he came and feel like he was supposed to and not letting him break anything much more than what he did.
Jaden Simmons still in the game. Javion Robertson, Willie Nelson, all still in there right now. Man in motion for the Wranglers. That's Sean Hunt. No corner over here for him. Ballard back to pass. In some trouble. Rolling right. Being chased. Dolly getting close, and he'll throw it on the field of play, but incomplete. It'll bring up third down and 14.
Yeah, he got the little happy feet there. He didn't get a chance to let the route tree at the bottom of the screen develop. He got out of there real quick, and once he scrambled to the right side, he only had a one-man route out there. So instead of making anything or try to make a play from it, he just throws the ball down and out of the play.
Lobos have kind of slid Javion Robertson down as like a linebacker, almost a 6th defensive back. But they put him out there where he's kind of roving around. So they're really playing a 4-2 and I guess 5 and nickel they've got him in.
Yeah, just out there playing with a lot of speed. Just more so to counter with their guy that's in the slot, utilizing speed with speed. As we got looks like a timeout maybe here.
Play clock was down to 0 before we got there. Third down and 14. I think part of this question may be about, is it third down or is it fourth down? I have third and 14. I had the holding penalty, the 6-yard run, now the incomplete. And they're going to reset it to third. So that's what the holdup was on the sideline. Man controlling the down marker had it marked as fourth down. So we'll do third down and 14 now. No timeout for the Wranglers. As his concern, Coach Sandoval's, was, I think we're on the wrong down, guys.
It's a good thing they caught that and fixed that, and everybody's back on the same page here. Third down.
10.5 left to play. Third down, 14. Lobos showing blitz. Hunt in motion. And here comes a rush. He's got a little time. Ballard, things have opened up, coming in from behind him. He doesn't really feel it, but I'll tell you what, running in hard, and we may get a late flag. Morrow and Ethan Horton really were putting the Jets on. Horton was coming 90-0. And if Ballard had held up just a little bit, that could have been really bad. Now here flags come out.
And I'm going to say this. I'm watching this on the sideline. One of the West Mesquite coaches was holding our player back here. And quite surprisingly, I think you see the Longview staff running over there to the defense.
Get their guys.
I didn't really see a flag thrown there, but to see a coach push one of our players back into their players, you could tell he didn't like that. And it looked like Willie saw it too, and he had something to say about it.
Well, you know, there was a game a couple of weeks ago over in Pittsburgh where
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds.
Man. To me, that I disagree with that call, because the quarterback was running out of bounds, but but before he got there, I thought he
the
did a good
contact
job.
was happening before he got out.
I did too.
You know, it's going to be close, and you're trying to protect players. It did not feel like it felt like the Lobos had held up,
yes,
as opposed to completing the contact and you know, barreling a guy out of bounds. It felt like they had held up on that, but it's on the sideline of the Wranglers. Those coaches are in the officials' ears, and flag flew. 15 yards later, they got a first down. Back to Robinson, who goes for 6.
He's slow getting up here on our defenders here. He is, can't tell who it is. Look like Robertson.
Yeah, and he looks like he's maybe holding his forearm. A big contact on that tackle.
Yeah, it took a big blow there from the running back.
All right, well, we got trainers coming out. Clock will stop with 10:13 to play in the ball game. 36-0 Longview with a lead. Frank's kind of keeping an eye on it. We've got him sitting up anyway, which is a good sign.
Yeah,
you
he's
always
get up
worry
pretty
about
quick.
guys that they are up or not, and at least he's sitting up, so that starts us. And
there you
get
go.
him up to his feet, walking under his own power. We saw Chase Smith, similar episode in the first half.
Yeah, he has his helmet off and he's walking off pretty fast. So whatever it is, he's looking like he just kind of got shaken up a little bit. So he may be able to bounce back and get himself back into the game, get back into this action.
He kind of caught that running back Robinson coming in full speed at him, and he squared up and you know, used his force into Javion.
Yeah, you can't catch. If you're a defender, you can't catch the ball carrier. You got to go into him.
All right, Robinson in the backfield now, 2nd down and 4. And Ballard keeping it himself. Boy, this one's thrown into the stands.
Souvenir from one of those kids that they wanted.
I guess there's a receiver someplace in the area, but he's on the 3rd row.
Yeah, quarterback, he doesn't. He's trying to avoid hits at all costs there. So he's getting the ball out, and if he can't run with it and get himself down, he's getting out of the pocket and he's throwing it away as fast as he can.
3rd down and 6. They have not been successful throwing the ball down the field today, and that's kind of been their bugaboo. They'll try it here. Slant, nope, in and out of the hands. That's Jeremy Bayo again that had a shot at that. Jaden Simmons on the coverage. It's 4th down.
4th and 4 here. Longview, you cannot jump off sides. You give them a first down automatically. They haven't shown you any hard count, but you don't want it to come at this point in the game.
Instead, Ballard going to toss that ball out to McGee. He's got a first down to the 32-yard line, being chased down by who else? Brendan Reese.
Gives up the first down, and they're giving them the ball right there about the 30-yard line here. So if you use the defense, you don't want to give up any more room here. You want to be able to come up with a turnover or come up with a stop.
You know John Barry and crew want a shutout here.
Yes, indeed.
A little high snap. Oh, it's a good move.
Good
Tell you what, for just a second, looked like maybe in the backfield they were going to be able to take down the running back. That's Parker, but Parker makes a great little adjustment and picks up about 4 when it looked like he had nothing going on there.
Yep, able to make the defender miss in the phone booth. He had open tackle there, and he just sidestepped and be able to get positive yards to make something out of nothing there.
2nd down and 7. Ballard looking in trouble, throws it sideline. Nobody near that one.
And I'm surprised that's not a flag, because that was the whole offensive line was down the field.
Yeah, they may have been trying to set up a screen, but the pressure got in so fast. I think part of that is you're setting up the screen, you're letting the defenders get by you, but you got to hit them a little bit. You got to slow them down a little, and it kind of felt like they didn't.
And he waving it off there.
So here we go on 3rd down and 7. 9 minutes left to play in this one. 36-0 Lobos. And they'll start the clock running again. Official said, let's go, get him going. So the clock goes back into motion. Ballard on third down. They go back to the ground. And again, it's Parker who's close to a first, about a yard shy at around the 22-yard line.
He takes the ball down to the 22-yard line.
He goes for 5. They needed 6.
It brings up a 4th and 2 there.
Pick up 6 yards on the play, brings up a 4th and 2.
All right, 4th down. They have so far this evening not been successful on 4. Well, they've been 1 out of 3.
And they just got that.
And they just got that one. That's right.
So it may probably go back to even go back to that same play there. But they line up in a different formation here.
He goes Hunt in motion. He goes clear. Robinson, the deep back. He'll get the, nope, they'll go back to Ballard on the slant, and another one dropped.
Another drop there.
Bio again had that ball in his hands and started running without it, and that drive is going to end shy of the end zone and at the 22-yard line. Lobos will take it back over with 8:10 left to play.
Excellent stop there by the Lobos to be able to come up with that stop as they was threatening to get the ball inside the red zone. You come up with nothing. That 0 is still intact right now with 8 minutes to go left in the ball game.
All right, we got some new guys coming in for the offense now. Juan Alba's number 50. He's going to be in there at the offensive line. Kalen Taylor's going to split out wide left. Rocky Stewart's in the slot. And we got Maverick Rowe still in the ball game. He hands off to Boosie for a couple yards. Also in the game, Mason Lundy, 44. And Kelvin's going to move the ball up to about the 27-yard line for a gain of 5.
Chuck, I tell you, they for a team to be towards the bottom of the district, other than that third play of the game where we had the big long run by Mason Washington, we haven't really had a lot of explosive running plays tonight.
No, we really have not. 2nd down and 5, back to the ground. New running back, that's Alex Hawkins in the game, and he gets upended after no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
Yep, the senior is getting a little bit of a burn right here to close out this game here. Love to see him kind of run hard.
We got more offensive linemen. 61 is Jaden Lilly. 56, Eddie McMillian. Let's see who else I can pick up on the other side of the field. Trying to get everybody in here that's getting into the game for us tonight. They don't all get a chance to play during the regular season all the time, but they're getting some moments here. 3rd down. Rowe in a little trouble. Gonna left-handed just lob that thing. You gotta be kidding me.
Hey, he's ambidextrous and he's showing by any means he can get it.
Alex.
He can get it to his guy with his left hand. Hey, he has a younger brother that's left-handed. I guarantee you, he's probably his brother is telling him, "Hey, I taught him that."
Yeah, you think they're gonna talk about that one tonight? Lefty shot put to Alex Hawkins out to the 39 for the 1st down. You got to be kidding. Back to the ground they'll go. This is Lundy. How about a couple other linemen in the game? Cedric Wrighton and Christian Palacios.
Yeah, we're getting a good look of a lot of players playing tonight, which is good. It's something that I definitely asked for, especially in the 2nd quarter when we was asking who would you like to see score.
Yeah.
So I'm getting my wish here. These Lobos is emptied after Tank, and a lot of players that don't get a chance to play are playing right now.
Kiefer Doxey in near side, Dede Williams far side at receiver now. How about one to Williams up high, grabs it.
Oh, go
at
Dede.
the 50. Dede on the loose. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown for Dede Williams from 61 yards away, and it's 42-0. I didn't see anyone have Dede on the list of who they wanted to score. He got one, though, to end this one with 5:30 left to play.
Hey, Didi's looking like a number 8. He looking like a number 8 that was wearing that jersey last year, Jalen Hill.
You gonna do that, are you?
I am.
You're gonna do that.
He caught it and took it to the house. Excellent job there by Didi to come in. As soon as he came into the game, he catches his first target and takes it to the house. You love to have a big 6'6" guy out there to throw to, right?
Point after. Last one was blocked. This one is true. 43-0 with 5:30 left to play in the ball game. We'll take a timeout. Coming right back here on Game Day.
I am Emily Kidwell-Ramey, owner of SIG Ramey Insurance. Thank you for voting me Best of East Texas 3 years in a row for Insurance Agent. I am an independent agent. I shop the market for you. I specialize in home, commercial, auto, and life. Insurance is foreign to most people. You have to have an agent that is going to look out for your best interests and the coverages that you may not know that you need. If you do not have an insurance agent that is working for you, I would love for you to contact us. We're located on Judson Road. Just look for the green door or call me at 903-235-5658.
Welcome back. 5-play drive as the Lobos stopped him on 4th down, took the ball, went 78 yards, finished it off with the touchdown reception from 61 yards away for Dede Williams. And let's do this. Maverick Rowe in relief tonight, 9 of 14, 207 yards and touchdown.
Hey, shout out to him. He's been playing well. He's a kid that relishes the moment. Saw him yesterday. He said he was ready to go out there and play. I was kidding with him, saying that he was going to throw a bunch of flat routes, and he said, no, I'm going to show you. I'm going to let it fly. And that's exactly what he did tonight.
I tell you what, let's go back to the catch, because Dede, who does not get much time on the field, who started this season as the 3rd-string quarterback with hopes of maybe being 2nd string. They moved him out to receiver. He's really been blocked by DK and Ethan, who've just, had good years this year.
Yeah.
He's just going to have to wait his turn, but got a chance to get in there today. And I just had checked in. I saw him come in, just had checked in. That pass was a little high. Nobody else on our roster would have caught that ball.
Yeah.
At 6'7", he went up full extension, got it at the top, pulled it down, athletic enough to finish the run through to get the touchdown. Just an outstanding play by a guy who has sat an awful lot this year, gets a chance, does the most with it.
Yeah, that's a kid that has remained upbeat throughout the whole season. He had a chance to competing for a job at the quarterback position. When that didn't work, he went out to receiver. He has something that you just can't coach. He has height. Good kid with soft hands, who's an excellent athlete that plays basketball, who came on strong, was very, very pivotal for us making it almost to the regional tournament in basketball this year. So sky's the limit for that kid, man. He can definitely get out there and make some plays as I get ready to head on down here and catch some of these interviews.
All right, they're going to keep handing the ball off inside. Robinson, who had 7 on 1st down. That pile's going to push to the 35. That's enough to move the chains, and it'll be a 1st down for the Wranglers. I'll tell you what, number 7's checked into the game for them. Abdi Hernandez, who's really their blocking tight end. He got a little bit of oomph going on. As we're going to give Frank a headset. Now we're ready for the Marconi Award.
Yes, we are. What's a Marconi Award?
That's where they give to broadcasters.
Gotcha.
1st down at the
let's get one.
At the 35-yard line. Back to the ground. Robinson not getting away this time and hanging on. Cason Brooks. That's a loss of a yard. We'll make it 2nd down and 11.
Well, I'd like to vote for the player of the game tonight.
Oh, we're doing that today? We're doing a vote?
Face mask on the defense, number 31.
And we get a face mask penalty on top of that.
1st down.
We are not, but I just needed a segue in to talk about voting.
Oh, well, look at you sneak that in.
Absolutely. The last time we'll get a chance to tell you on air before voting day Tuesday. Go out and vote for the bond, on the bond. Whether you choose to vote yes or no is irrelevant. Go do your part. And hopefully we get some news to share next Friday on the playoff school broadcast.
Yeah, you bet. All right, 15-yard penalty. Drive stays alive. 3:57 left in the ball game. Lobos 43-0. They were up 21-0 at half and have continued to play well. Oh, my goodness.
25.
Boy, that's a big, big hit coming up to make the tackle. 25 for the Lobos is Najarian Young. And they'll pick up 8 on the play, but Young welcomed himself to the game. Gain of 2 second down and, gain of 8 second down and 2. It's taking a long time. Finally, they'll get it off to Robinson. He will push his way for a first down at the 40-yard line.
And Chuck, tonight's been basically everything we expected it would be. Obviously, the penalties are something that Coach King's going to have some, I don't want to say nightmares. It's something he's going to think about on the plane ride to Virginia tomorrow. I can promise you that.
Well, it's, again, not to belabor that point, but it has been a thing they just haven't been able to resolve. I'm sure they harp about it in practice all the time, just nothing doing there. Oh, there's, again,
huge game.
Brendan Reese, who's just, I don't know, I'm not keeping track of tackles. I don't know what he's got. I'm betting you he's got to be closing in on 15 or more tackles tonight. He's had that kind of night tonight as he throws Tony Dale down for a loss of 2. Second down and long. Clock running. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark. We remind you we're at home next Friday. Playoffs will open. We're pretty sure we're going to see Caney Newporter pass. Oh, that's deflected and almost intercepted. McGee couldn't hold on to it as he was being harassed, trying to hang on. Simmons is there, and that ball deflected and almost ended up in the airspace of one of the Lobos.
An excellent job by Jaden. He's kind of been playing a little soft all night. Saw that come in, jumped it, and was pretty close to having a pick 6 here to put the finishing touches on this one.
Yeah, it looks like New Caney Porter is going to be the team. I'm not keeping up with their score tonight, but that looks like who we'll see next Friday over at Lobo. And Longview's going to jump offside, and that's going to cost him 5 yards, and we'll add one more penalty to the mix tonight. That's Bryant Williams, who jumped that time.
New Caney Porter came in to Longview for a playoff baseball series featuring the #1 pitcher in the state of Texas, and the Lobos sent him home with a first-round defeat.
I like that talk. We want to do that again.
Absolutely.
We want to send him home with a first-round defeat in the football playoffs. All right, we'll try this again. Third down. It's about 9 now for the first. Hand off. Dale turned the corner, powered his way across the 30. He'll move the chains with a first down.
Tony Dale on the carry. Takes the ball down to the 33-yard line. Pick up 11 on the play.
Down to the 27 for a 10-yard gain.
So, Chuck, I make the final score graphics before we get here and then just adjust the score.
Oh, and just before you were talking about final score.
I think they blew that one dead.
They did. Just as, I tell you what, Demarius Ballard's losing his mind because he thought we nailed that one. We got ourselves a touchdown. Richard Clark with the catch. And before they got the ball snapped, the thing was blown dead. And I think maybe the Lobos may have taken a timeout on that. And so take off the touchdown, if you will. Instead, it's a 5-yard penalty, and it's on the Wranglers for, I guess, an illegal substitution. And now we did get a timeout. Why don't we take a break? We'll come right back. Oh, no, not yet. Frank's not ready. Never
Sorry
mind.
about that.
We'll stay here with 1:47 left. So the Lobos are going to finish this regular season with a 9-1 record. They lost the opener against McKinney, a game they probably would all tell you we should have won. Penalties bit them that night. They ran the table from that point on, have been dominant in some games, have struggled a bit in some games offensively. The defense has seemed to be the one consistent all year long. If you're going to ride something to a championship, it tends to be defense. there's not too many holes in this defense with the secondary we've got that's experienced as it is, the pass rush that we've got, and then to top it off with seeing those junior linebackers. Today, really Brendan Reese having his breakout game. And by the way, that 5-yard penalty was called on Longview for the illegal substitution.
And we talked about a little bit towards the end of last week's game. The defensive ends are just coming into their own right at the best time of the season. Going to create some havoc in the playoffs.
All right, so first down and 5. And for a few, not a whole heck of a lot. 14 again on the carry. That's Dale. And we're going to get us down to about a minute by the time they snap the ball again. Got the ball to about the 20-yard line. Dale's kind of been the guy since this last couple of drives have gone on. He gets another handoff, and he's not going to get there to the first down. It'll bring up a 4th down and 1. The offense tonight, nobody really jumped off the page at you. Mason Washington had 6 carries, 79 yards. Kelvin had, Boosie had 5 for 45. Taylor 7 carries, 29 yards. Ethan Harrison 2 for 28, but Taylor had 2 touchdown runs rather, and there's an incomplete pass that'll end this drive for the Wranglers. Or excuse me, set up
another flag.
Yeah, we got a flag. That was going to be the 4th down play. Throwing the football tonight, Maverick Road, 9 of 14, 207 yards and a touchdown. DK Reese had 2 for 76. D.D. Williams, 1 for 61 and the 1 touchdown. On the other side for West Mesquite, running the football, the freshman, Demarion Robinson, 22 carries, 79 yards. Those are tough yards tonight he ran for. He's the only one above 25 yards running. Quarterback Ballard, 12 of 25 for just 68 yards and 2 interceptions. Jeremiah Bio had 3 catches for 22 yards. Ballard back for one more time. This one caught by Bio. He's got to get to the 18. I don't know that he got there. Let's see where they're going to mark this. It's going to bring up 4th down and short, just shy of the 18-yard line, as we're down to the last 30 seconds of this game. Lobo defense again, outstanding. Dale trying to push his way for a first down. Looks like he may have gotten there with 23 seconds left. Well, you started the year ranked number 2. You lost the opener. You finished the year ranked number 2. Aledo's still sitting there at 9-0. There's a handful of unbeatens left in the state. Aledo, Fulshire, Red Oak is done at 10-0. PSJA and Richland are all coming into this last week either unbeaten or have finished their season without a loss. Lobos have 1, but it didn't keep voters from putting them at number 2 in the state, so they'll go into the playoffs 1 notch below where they started last year. They ended the regular season unbeaten in number 1. It got them to the state semifinals. They'll go into the playoffs this year as the number 2 team in the state.
Let's hope that we can flip the script this year, and we've talked about it a few times tonight. I'm hoping we get another crack at that Aledo team.
Well, it's a long road to Aledo. There's a long road. Everyone would love to see Aledo one more time, but there's a tough region to go through.
Absolutely.
There's no question. You're going to have to deal with certainly the teams in our own district.
Looks like they did not get the first down.
Yeah, they sure didn't. One more play. That'll be a slip down, and that'll be the last play of this game. We've got McKinney North, we've got Forney. I don't know if it's going to be Lancaster, maybe Lufkin that actually gets in as the 4th seed, but the teams to keep an eye on, North Richland Hills Richland, who's unbeaten and ranked 10th in the state. Mount Bellevue, Barbers Hill, having a really good season as well. They had just 1 loss. Those are probably teams to keep an eye on. And don't forget the 2 Friscos, Lone Star and Reedy. So probably to get out of this region, you're going to have to beat at least 2 of those teams to be able to get your way back to seeing potentially Aledo. And there's a final snap, obviously, as the Lobos wrap up the regular season, a convincing 43-0 win over the West Mesquite Wranglers. West Mesquite finishes the year with a 3-7 record, 1-6 in district play. And for the Lobos, this will be their 3rd shutout of the year. They blanked Lufkin, North Mesquite, and now West Mesquite by a final of 43-0. Last thoughts, Frank?
Absolutely. Get your behinds to Canton, Texas tomorrow. The Lady Lobos are playing in the area playoff game for the first time in 15 years. Let's pack that place out. Let's be loud, and let's help these Lady Lobos advance and start an improbable deep playoff run with this young team.
Did you decide on a player of the game?
I did. Maverick Rowe.
Maverick Rowe. There's your offensive side. I would go Brendan Reese on the defensive side. How about that?
That sounds perfect.
All right, we're done for tonight. By the way, John King, win number 220 in his 20 years here at Longview. The numbers keep growing. We're done for this evening. For Frank, for Jason, for Keaton, for the rest of our crew, we appreciate you guys for being with us. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next Friday as we get ready for the first round of the playoffs. The bi-district round back at Lobos Stadium next Friday night. I'm Chuck Zach. You guys take care. So long. Have a great weekend. And as James Brewer says, go be some.